right, everybody. Welcome to the beginning of Season 7 of the Arc here on Heathen Cantina. We're going to go around and introduce our players, and then when we get back around to me, we're going to start off with a little bit of a recap of Season 5, as this is a bit of a continuation of that story, and touch on where some of those characters may have went, what they are up to, etc., as we begin to introduce our new characters. But I am joined by four fantastic players who I play with constantly because it's so much fun. So I'm going to throw it around to them with the question of what their most favorite villain and or encounter ever was in one of my games. And we'll start first with the other Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Kevin, Melon Abaddon, and a Melon Abaddon. And tonight I will be playing Strands Through the World Anuki, who is an Anati psychic. Background as an emissary. I'm looking forward to feeling this out. We may have Pandoric as a guest star. I'm not sure how the narration's going to go. And the question is favorite villain. So, spoiler, the GM let us know what questions he was going to ask, and I said to him, could I go first? Because I have a feeling that we may all have the same answer, and I wanted to make sure that I said it first. So, the favorite villain, without a doubt, and this came up in some previous seasons. I don't remember offhand, probably season 5, maybe. I think. I can't remember exactly which one it was. It was one of the last 5e seasons. But anyway, the villain's name was TikTok, and this was long before the short attention span video site. This was, this he has since been renamed as the Architect, I believe. But Kevin introduced this character as TikTok, and he introduced him in a way that unbelievable, fantastic. We started at the base of this tower, and basically, it was pretty much, your stereotypical, you got to walk in, you got to clear this level, clear this level, clear this level. Well, we started at the first level, and then to get up to the second level, we had to complete a large mechanical puzzle that basically slotted things into place, dropped down a staircase, and then we went up to the next one. So there are 5 layers to this tower, and we went through, and we had our asses handed to us, of course, but we were successful because that would happen more often in D&D than Pathfinder. And we click, 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 click. We put the last puzzle in place, and the whole structure started to rumble. And there was a sound much like the breaking of bone through long dead flesh as we were enveloped with this changing tower. So we barely got out in time to watch the tower transform into a 50-foot tall flesh golem, effectively, that marched down the hill and destroyed the town that we were trying to protect. So anyway, that's one of my favorites, and I have many because I've played with Kevin for a very long time, but that's definitely my favorite. And do I pick or are you picking?
Yeah, you can pick.
All right,
You
let's
pick.
go with Derry.
Hi, I'm Tyler and Derry and Tyler. And some other shit too. I don't know. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, so I'm just gonna go right to answering the question.
That's fine.
My favorite. Yeah.
Wait your turn,
introduce,
Thomas. We'll introduce more about Derry when we get to him.
It's 3 things you had to remember. 2 of them were your name.
It's called the
Me?
primacy recency effect.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler.
Name.
I'm gonna play Derry. I think that's all I need to say about that, because shit'll be
enough.
said. I don't know. I'm not trying to start nothing yet. And then my favorite villain / encounter. I really enjoyed and I think we streamed this, was when we got attacked by some like void brain dragon or some shit, and we were like falling down vertically. That was kind of rad. But my favorite like villain is Magda, because like she was a very sad lady, and made a lot of people sad.
She shared her grief with everybody.
And then again, because that like got like something about that getting like timey-wimey, like
Mhm.
that timey-wimey, and then getting like Pathfinder to like timey-wimeyed, those things, as a fifth dimensional creature, that's been interesting to do.
And who do you choose next?
Tom.
Hi, folks. You may know me from a few things I've been in. Most of them on this channel. Check me out on the other Saturday nights. Yeah. The character I'm playing tonight is Baranji Ekbalam. He's known as Dr. Baranji to some children at the hospital that he sometimes works at. That's in this city in the middle of the Mwanga Expanse, and we'll get into that later. I look forward to him. He's my first Pathfinder wizard. I have run this game more than I've played it, and this is the game I get. This is the session, the time slot that I get to be a player. So of course I've got dozens of ideas, and I just keep throwing them at the meat grinder, and they all shake out. No, it's just totally
It's always
kidding.
a good idea to have backups.
Yeah,
Making
for-
manure for the backup characters.
yeah. It's called Path Builder, and they all said that's my bench. And it's you can learn more about a character. You can learn more about an RPG by making characters in that RPG, but not as much as you learn by playing. So I'm excited to play this new character. And as far as my favorite encounter or boss, I don't have the good fortune of having played with you as GM quite as much as the two that spoke before me, but I feel like I've caught up, or made an effort. The fight on the train when we were on the desert planet, I want to say is Serena.
Yep.
Yep.
That was really cool. I was playing a broken gunslinger. He was a broken man in 5e, and that was a lot of fun. I like that storyline. I like the alignment of the planets. I love your world building. I really liked the encounter with the brine dragon's lair and all the valves and the rising and lowering tides, and the fact that we learned a lot more about how to move underwater in Pathfinder.
And how
And
not
Len-
to drown.
Only to learn we didn't like it. No, it's I love it when I'm on the other side of the screen. But as far like favorite encounters, I like that my first barbarian had battlefield mobility, so I had to jump around, which was good because the mountain was falling apart and falling down. And I had a ranger who had battlefield mobility, and the first fight was quicksand, or some shit like that. So I like your encounter building. The last bit, and yeah, the one where we fell vertically was totally badass. But I think one of my favorite encounters was the 1-2 punch in the soul. That was the Grodares and the sharks. Grodares were those elemental fish that look like Pokemon.
Yeah, the big Pokemon squirty
Yeah,
fish.
they look like Magikarps, and they knocked Farion off the boat, and then we learned some more swimming rules the hard way. So I really like that combo of, a school of sharks would follow these things because these things knock things into the water for them. So I hope I didn't say too many, but I have been paying attention.
No, that's fantastic. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Mr. Hill People.
What's up? Yep. So I'm Eric. I'll be playing Ganu this evening. So if you've been watching this stream for any amount of time, you may have heard
Is
of
season
him.
2?
He was like 2 or 3, and then he was around. Well, no, he was the one that Elias was a replacement for.
He was
The
season
first time he
1.
died.
He was season
Second time he
1
died. Sorry.
and a little
Yeah.
bit of season 2. It was into season 2 that he died. That's when he got replaced by Elias.
Yeah, but when we run it back, it's funny that both of you stole my thunder on this one, but we were flying back from that citadel on the sky ship, and we fought the dragon that had all the eyes under its scales, and it completely blasted the ship, and we did this whole like jumping from. And funny enough, it was this character that I'll be playing this evening, but we're like jumping from the timbers from one spot to another, and I jumped up and grappled the thing. I remember doing that, and yeah, just the whole fight, the vertical fight was terrific. And that's probably my all-time favorite encounter, or one of my all-time favorites.
And we did just see Ganu too at the Halloween special. That's how he is being brought back to us when he tried to stop a black dragon from crossing over.
Diving through
the other side. Unfortunately, the dragon made it through, but so did Ganu. So hey, 2 for the price of 1. So with that, season 5, we ended with 4 characters that survived the end. Iota, Pandorica, Derry, and Elias. Elias had just gotten the second book and had begun his further slip into the mouth of madness, so to speak, where the party, actually I should say the mouth of gluttony, as the ideals of Zutha and his wanting to know more about necromantic powers and arcane knowledge became gluttonous in themselves, and the party found themselves on a small island in a small town in the Shackles called Rapier's Edge. Iota, at the time, was just beginning to realize that he had some self-determination, that he wasn't just property of the mage who brought him back. The visions of Earthfall that he had continued to float through his head, and he wanted to know more. Pandorica, with her skills of using her mother's telescope, as well as the time spent on the ship, had reproduced many maps in the evenings when she wasn't working on her new home here in Rapier's Edge. And it was one of these maps that Iota looked over and saw the name Numeria written across it. And that was when he realized that it was time for him to go. That he could not sit here still with the rest of the party, enjoying the sand and sun and the glorious amounts of food that Elias had found available through either import or the local kitchens. And he went to say goodbye to each of his friends that he knew in this town. As for Pandorica, it started to become a little bit more difficult to watch Elias slide further into this ravenous appetite. He was consistently reading those 2 books over and over again, taking notes and feasting upon anything that he had many pages that ran around the town and collected for him. Sausages, cakes, meat. His hovel overrun with garbage and strewn crap that has been delivered to his house. But it reached a point of where it was a little bit too much, and that was when you decided to find a little piece of land and you began working on a home that took you 6 months to get close to finish. As for Elias, most of the time he kept to himself. His hut was a constant clutter from said food and other items that he was constantly having delivered, and his time with Pandorica, their visits, more of a bothersome distraction of his studies. The growing divide between the 2 of them seemed to grow almost palpable by the week. But Derry, his visits more often short. Elias closed off and didn't really want much to do with him. Derry was just another associate. But Pandorica, she was kindred. She was still allowed through the door. As for Derry, Your orders from the Candle of Balance were clear. Keep tabs on Elias's dailies and report back. Spend time practicing and helping the people in the small village of Rapier's Edge to keep yourself in shape. And Elias had found a small hut outside of towns. He didn't leave often. It was quite easy to track his movements.
Look for all the empty takeout containers.
Yes, he's got to be where the food is.
Look
A
for the
few
heap of chicken
times
bones. Yeah.
that you've gone to talk to him, he's again just been reading the two books that he had, the Cardozian Codex and the Bone Grimoire. Any questions or any line of conversation always seemed to roll back to the Black Book and finding it to complete this opus, and then we'll have true knowledge. One of our new characters, Dr. Baranji. The last time you took a trip out of Nantambu into the Expanse to visit your family, it wasn't the usual merriment and good times that usually occur. There had been talk of a sickness coming out of the villages of Jaha to the north. Few of the local villagers had brought samples of sick and rotting vines that Dr. Baranji rolled up in cloth and sealed to bring back to him,
And smoked.
to Magambaya, to study, to see if he could figure out what was making the jungle sick. Your family was doing well, and while you were there, you also met your newest companion, a gentleman by the name of Strands Through the World Anuki. His arrival, one of perfect timing.
Baranji would only know him as Anuki, just a heads up.
Oh, as Anuki. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's
As Anuki.
Strands Through the World is like his family name.
Okay, so Anuki is what everybody will
Yeah.
refer to you
Yeah.
as? Okay, I will make changes to the layout then, because I have strands and really big words. We'll move that around a little bit.
Nice.
There is a rare feat for true name magic. If I took it, I could learn everything. But no, I don't
but
want to be another Elias.
His arrival seemed almost perfect, as there was a attack. I gotta get used to where these new buttons are in the latest update of Kamadan on the city.
Thanks, Fantagrounds. Thanks, Fantasy
Um,
Grounds. Like and subscribe.
Actually,
Wrong time.
I'm perfectly happy with the upgrades. I just need to get used to them. I like the new menu layouts a little bit better. Instead of the radial dial, they have all the words right there, so you can actually see what you're doing, rather than hunting and hovering over something for the words to pop up if you don't
So
know what
it's-
you're doing.
It's like a
Crap.
jungle displacer beast who, instead of having tentacles, has serpents.
Correct. There was a small pack of about six of them that attacked your village, and you and Strands Through the World were able to take care of the people, the folks, as well as the incoming barrage. You took your sample back with you to Nantambu, and you were happy to have the company of Anuki on the way back.
Yes, some afflictions require fire to cure.
You arrive at the Magabaya Academy, and there you continue your work through the generous donations that you receive from the Candle of Balance for your experiments. You reach out to them about your findings, and they increase the daily amounts needed so that you can do more work to see what may be causing this sickness across the land.
Including a couple of research spells from Robin in the form of the rocket spells, which have their parallels in Pathfinder. It's cool reading something going, this was my research spell back in 2nd edition.
As for Anuki,
Of D&D. And it was advanced.
Yes.
the visions had come along on the webs of the wind. You laid one night in bed back in your home, staring off into the stars as the visions grew, and you saw darkness rising from both the horizons to the east and the west. But there,
Darkness rises from the shadows of the world.
there amongst your clutch, a light was breaking against it, a beacon. Something calling you just to outside of Nantambu. Vision of a staff with 3 crystals. 1 citrine, 1 topaz, 1 amethyst. I guessed based on the colors, Dr. Baraji. I hope I was right.
Oh, okay.
Nailed it.
The canopy's whispers drew you to Dr. Baranji, and the visions have built a trust in him. Your arrival was just as it needed to be, and so the visions must have brought you just in time as you were able to help the people of his village during the attack by the Kamadin. And then decided to join him on his journey to Nantambu.
Mm.
One that on his way the two of you became a little bit closer, and that was when you shared with him the first time your true form. Not something you do easily with others.
It's usually people freak the fuck out.
Ah, you are a Nadi. I suspected as much.
Ganu,
Haunches backwards in a non-threatening posture.
I sit down and take off my boots. You have first watch. He's not even phased.
Awesome. Ganu, the black might have survived, but you followed it through. Falling as you are reborn, your eyes track as the black continues its free fall, fading from your sight to the east into a jagged mountain range. Your descent almost guided by a watchful eye, one you knew both in flesh and in the afterlife. The smell of cinnamon and slightly caramelized sugars and a familiar warmth as a voice fills your ears. She can't be asked to make this decision. He is all that she has left from her past. Please, Ganu, you must do what she cannot. Please do not ask her to. You will know when. Mother McDongle Weevil's voice echoes through your head. Pandorica, watching the sun rise over the shattered range on the horizon had become one of your favorite morning activities since finishing your home. It's been one of your greatest joys in this retirement, and the small hut's almost identical layout to the McDongle Weevil home just happens to be a slight happenstance, a slight quinky-dink. And yesterday you just got your stove installed, and you head out of the hut with a fresh cup of tea and the first batch of cinnamon rolls that you had made in this new home. As you sit down at the table on the porch, there's a spark of light on the horizon. Something inside, something falling from the sky. You reach just inside the door and grab your mother's telescope. A little rough for the wear and some minor scuffs, but the optics are still good. The first object disappears against the horizon of the shattered range almost as soon as you begin to focus. The other moving fast but coming closer.
Mhm.
Trying to get it into focus, the falling object almost looks humanoid for a brief moment. The speed he hit was almost too fast to track with your naked eye, but the figure that hit just a few 100 feet down the beach from your home, a shadow rose, took a form made in front of you, which made you check that you made the right tea this morning, as you realize that Ganu is walking towards you.
Ganu? What are you doing here? You just fell out of the sky.
Yes, I just fell out of the sky.
Where she walks over and pokes him, probably in like the thigh, right? Are you real? Wait, am I dead again?
No, I think
Okay.
I'm alive again.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you must be famished. Come on.
I am.
According to my diagnostic, you are both alive.
What the hell are you doing here?
Who is that?
Night ground.
I wanted to see you before I left.
Okay, well, you should let me know first.
My
I didn't make
olfactory
enough cinnamon
computer.
rolls for you.
I'm sorry, I'm a master of stealth. And my my olfactory systems alerted me to the presence of cinnamon rolls in my future.
I'll split one with you. Oh, my kid, you can have mine. I don't know that they don't taste like sawdust.
They do not.
It's first batch.
That is
This
what
will
the
be the-
Archmage used to feed me.
This will be the first thing I've eaten since I was reborn again.
I make no promises.
You had just had his
They're
mother's.
nothing like mamas.
From your perception, Ganu, it hasn't even been 24 hours since you've had one of his mothers.
This
Oh,
does
okay.
also mark the last of my cinnamon.
Could Iota hand her from his secret compartment like 40 grams of cinnamon?
No,
Sure.
we had that conversation. Galarian doesn't
Oh.
have cinnamon.
It does have cinnamon.
It does have cinnamon?
Yeah, but
Oh.
it's just not. It's.
My
it's-
conversation was ill-informed. Thank you.
You gotta
Never
go to
mind.
Casmaran to get it. You gotta go to
Where you looked the last time they didn't have it, but yes, it is possible to get cinnamon.
Okay,
You
cool.
can get it in Katapesh. Spice must flow.
So Iota leaves, and Anuki and Ganu, not Anuki and Ganu. I'm sorry, Pandoric and Ganu. I'm looking at the names that are on the setup and keep confusing myself and where we are and bringing the party together. But Pandoric and
Donkey!
Ganu spend some time
Timey-wimey,
getting familiar.
spacey-wacy.
Gary is introduced to Ganu and realizes through Pandorica's actions that Ganu is one who can be trusted, as well through Ganu's actions as well.
I see your player levels.
Back
I
in
somehow magically
there
have
you-
my gourd with me, and I'm just like, "Would you like some?"
And then
I
I
looked at
imagine
the-
Pandorica saying
I-
at some
I
point
looked at
saying, and
Pandorica.
Farion was there?
Yes, Farion was there. Yes, looking very good for being dead.
Well, you look pretty good for being alive.
Yeah.
Oh, Derry, I didn't know you were coming. I guess you can have one of my cinnamon rolls.
I ate.
She's
before I
not
came.
actually disappointed. She would happily give you one.
I ate before.
She wouldn't
I came.
even. She wouldn't say what I'm saying.
Iota
I-
tucks his head back in. Derry, it was good to draw steel with you.
I salute him.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Actually, sorry. Side thing. I'm more in Anuki's headspace than Pandorica's, but Pandorica would have I imagine like the word Numeria comes up, and then Iota's like, I must go, and then Pandorica's like, not right now, and then make him like a care package for
So
his journey.
moving on, you guys have breakfast. You guys all get to meet each other. But the same morning, not too far, far to the east, in Nantambu, let's stay in your brain space. Because Anuki, the room that Dr. Baranji has given you in his quarters on campus, the Magambaya, was more than you could have needed, but was greatly appreciated. The city of Nantambu, the electricity in the air, magical every day since you arrived.
A rivet.
Exotic smells, foods, and thoughts brim in every corner of the campus. The comfort almost made you forget about your visions that had guided you so far. But this morning you were awoken with a piercing, deep, screeching noise from within your head. It was all it took to keep you from losing your decorum and form. Moving across the corridors of the room and looking out the windows to the west, you see a vision of the darkness that seems to be growing again, coming closer, as a break in a crack of light crosses the sky, landing somewhere in the shackles. Dr. Baranji, you've been monitoring the eastern sky on Jungle Line near Nagisa since your return. The consensus among your university counterparts was that the infection and the piece of vine rot you brought back was abyssal in nature, and most probably had begun there. Luckily, espresso in Nantambu was the stuff of legend. In the last 2 weeks, you could do nothing to keep your mind out of your books and trying to find answers or a cure to this disease that was beginning to cross the jungle. The funding from the candle was almost doubled at this point when they had heard of your find, and you awoke as an alarm for one of the sensors that you had constructed inside the telescope room rang. You sprung from your bed, there finding Strands peering from a window, his form shuddering in front of you, silent, unable to speak.
My alarm spell sounds like a cicada.
Strands, you come to, and the vision begins to fade, and as you turn, you see Dr. Baranji running to leave his room.
I gather my things and follow. I don't, whatever things I have.
Heading in the telescope room, you find that sensors had found a large arcane spikes and two objects that had come through a planar tear. One larger in size that had crashed in the shattered range, and the other, a
And the other was
smaller
like a
object,
small dragon.
fell in the shackles.
Roughly 7 feet of something.
Okay.
Wait, never mind.
Strand, using his psychic senses and sensibilities, can feel an encroaching darkness coming in the directions that the sensors seem to have pointed to, but a light remains in the east in the shackles. 2 lights, maybe.
Nuki, what do you see with your spider eyes?
Just glares at you. Just-
We're alone. I'm not going to say that when other people are around.
Spider, really? I don't know. What do your elven eyes see?
So you look at him, and he's an Ekuj elf, so his eyes are actually just black. You can never tell exactly where he's looking. I meant no offense. Please teach me of your people. I have only known of them from books.
A light has fallen
Just begun.
to the shackles, and it may illuminate the darkness that is encroaching from the shadow of the world.
And we should get it before the pirates try to sell it to us.
Do pirates sell things?
No, but they rule the shackles. And yes, after a fashion, they can be negotiated with. But you have to have something they want.
A week's time passes as you begin to speak with your connections at the Candle of Balance. Mr. Braden M. Ashcroft, who you deal with directly. He is the one who cuts the checks, so to speak. And he tells you that he will see what he can do about getting an expedition together. We will allow you to head west. We will get you a boat out of Blood Cove if necessary. Harthwick Barzoni owes the Candle a favor. Let's just say that. And it's a priority that we find out what is happening in the shackles. Back in Rapier's Edge, a week has passed. And Derry, you've gotten to know Ganu a little bit more. And the two of you, you discuss the changes that have happened with Elias, because Ganu, you've seen some of this from the afterlife.
Right.
Pandorica's mom constantly talked about what Pandorica was doing and the people who she kept party with. And Derry,
It's consumed him.
and
She can't see it. Or
Yeah.
won't see it.
She can see it. That's why she's not sticking around.
Well, then she can't do what needs to be done.
That's why
She
I'm
can do what
here.
needs to be done. She needs to get her workshop up. Hey, Ganu,
you-
can you help me move this big heavy thing over here?
Sure.
Ganu's
Oh.
like, is this it? So, as you wake up in the morning, Derry, you get yourself your tea together, and you sit down going through your morning ablutions. And one of the things that you do every morning is you check your correspondence book to see if there is any type of messages coming in from the Candle. And
And has there been?
today,
or have I-
not
or
not
ha-
always, not always.
Or have I just been like radio silent for the past 2 weeks?
No, you've sent information that you've seen, and sent this thing about Ganu appearing, and
What does she have to say about the dragon that also came through too?
wow,
That
you
wasn't
left a
seen.
message today
Ganu knew that.
Oh, Ganu knows, right? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
that
Mhm.
she said a change seems to have come on the horizon, tearing a hole through into this world. I have followed the information from your friend, and it appears an old foe awakens. And I am afraid it will only be the beginning in this world. Communication will be passed to my coadjutant, Braden Ashcroft, to keep a record here at the Candle. My attention is unfortunately needed elsewhere. And for those who don't know, in like season -2 of the arc, before there ever were seasons, Robin was the one who took out Umbrat. Was one of the characters in that group that took off Umbrat when he turned into a Dracolich. So she's not too
Not
happy that he just came through.
Robin was my character back in the 80s. Yeah, for real. Like
And we
That was the
played
second
it.
edition game.
Yep, that
Yeah.
was the second edition.
she was
that we
she
played.
was originally a first edition character.
Mhm.
And we transferred over to second edition and picked up some new players. I'm sorry, I'll stop because there's some really cool lore here that I'm like totally nerding out about.
I'm
You could
holding
talk
back
for
too.
hours about the history of certain characters.
Yeah, especially
May-
her.
maybe once we get done with tonight's story, when we leave everybody on a good cliffhanger, we'll do a little arc after dark where everybody can nerd out about
Arc
what they
after
want and have a couple of drinks, and we'll just chat about like what touches and what stories are interconnecting now. Because I'm trying to,
I'm a 23rd level wizard. Ask me anything.
I'm putting a whole bunch of bows together right now, or at least trying to. The words verified and bona fide, it creates an extra focus to your task, Derry. Maybe an early morning visit is required today to Elias. As you approach his hovel, you notice a small group outside. Something that if he was awake, he wouldn't have tolerated on any other day. And as you get closer, you realize that there are a group of Longhilts, volunteer guard here at Rapier's Edge, already boarding down windows and beginning to secure the area. As you get closer, you can see the blood from the open door splattered against the wall and dismemberments hanging from the candles hanging off of the candelabras on the walls.
Okay.
What is Derry's reaction? Is it to head to the guard, or is it to go and get help?
So, like, they're boarding the place up?
The local guard is, yeah. They're trying to secure the site.
What happened here? I mean, like, from
And
this,
Elias
it's just like,
started practicing.
Derry, as you ask one of the guard, he looks over. Master Elias is missing, and it appears that 3 of his pages were slaughtered,
Oh,
butchered.
He ate them, and you know it.
There are
Buzz the sweet meats.
properly cut pieces of calf, thigh, bicep, backstrap removed from each of their bodies. Large portions of intestine as well as stomachs removed from the 3. Master Elias is nowhere to be found. Steps in, no steps out.
yeah.
Haggis. Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Right, but like these guys are cleaning the place up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or they're trying to
Basically
preserve at
securing
this
the site
point.
of a mass
Yeah.
homicide.
Right.
Yep.
At the behest of the murderer.
And as you're talking to the guard,
These guys
Ganu-
work for the town or work for Elias?
Oh no, they are volunteer guard for Rapier's Edge. They work for the town. They don't work for Elias.
Oh, okay, this changes like the
These are
tone
the
of the
police,
scene
man.
completely. Like I thought these were like Elias's dudes, like wiping the place down.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
It's
No,
Elias'
mo-
dudes all over the inside of the place.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's
That's-
Elias's dudes that have been nicely carved and
Yeah.
butchered for travel or something
Their
like that.
insides are now
So
on the outside.
back at Pandorica's home, Ganu's outside sipping from his
Casa de
gourd.
McDonald Weevil.
And Miss Casa McDonald Weevil comes out with some tea as one of Elias's pages come running up. Pandorica, it's awful. And Pandorica looks over and
What's awful? What happened?
recognizes this page. Something terrible has happened at Elias's. And that is when she gets a pit. And she's like, no more. I'm not doing this. I'm retiring.
Okay.
And Ganu, you head off and meet Derry. This is where we're going to break her off. This is when she says, nope, I don't want to do this
imagined
anymore.
her sprinting into action, throwing her gun belt on, and that's what I imagined.
Well,
okay.
she's
I mean,
retired.
little kid comes up, and
Well, it's one of Elias's pages. She knows this page,
Mhm.
and she arrives, and this is when she sees. I mean, you could come with Ganu, and Ganu and Pandorica show up at the home. Ganu,
I mean, she's not going to want to go after Elias, no matter what.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
But I think
So
she
Ganu-
would respond to urgency.
Pandorica and Derry, the three of you go through the room, are allowed in by the hilt, and you're able to go through some of Elias's stuff. Some of his latest notes were on how to make and preserve natural casings for different types of sausages. He refers to a butcher where he's learned some fantastic cuts from in a town by the name of Marcata, a small village which is east of Blood Cove. And looking around from Elias's important items, it appears that he may have left to travel. His important items, specifically the books, are gone. His staff.
Yeah, Pandorica will be
walking
the first to say
shoes.
he did that Elias did this.
Yes, he has gone bad. Your mother told me I should look out for this.
Are you
I will
going
take
after
care
him?
of it. I will take care of it for you. I promised your mother. But she's doing very well, by the way.
Elias is gone. Whatever is left has to be destroyed.
It is a shame, but we will do what must be done.
Let me give you some healing potions before you go.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, I'd like
There
those
are some
36.
some free medical supplies. And here's my cauterizing torch. Use it for the bleeding.
I think there will be much bleeding. You got time to duck?
I will allow you to pass the cauterizing torch off to Derry. I'll give Derry the cauterizing torch.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. That's...
Heading back, Derry, to your home, Ganu follows you, and you begin to put an entry into your book, starting it off with the standard rune and script that you were taught to use in case there was ever an important message, something that needed to be read right away. And within moments, you find a response by Mr. Braden Ashcroft. I have another party on its way to you. We will have you both meet in Blood Cove. I am owed favors, and I will be able to have you teleported there. Bring your book, and bring whatever friends are coming with you. Tonight, the full moon, you will be teleported. And Dr. Baranji, as you and
Yes.
Anuki have spent the last week going over what could have caused this and continuing to work on a cure for whatever this sickness is, you think that you may have found one. And they're doing testing. It seems to move the infection out of the vine. But money will be needed to get it throughout the expanse and get it to where the infections are occurring. And you are in your office when there is a knock at the door.
Enter.
Dr. Baranji.
Please, Baranji.
Baranji. It is I. Sorry. Braden Ashcroft. I was sent by the candle. It appears you are in need of a larger influx of cash this time.
I've no use for it myself, but it does seem to grease the wheels of what we do here.
I will begin assembling groups to help get out the cure that you have found. And I have it on great authority that what you may have been looking for may actually have some relational value to you. A half-elf by the name of Derry, who also works for the candle. He and another are headed to Blood Cove. We believe that they were related to Anuki. Is that how you say your name?
Yes.
Related to his visions. The correlations to the break in the sky and the falling correlate directly to the one who goes by the name Ganu.
Maganu.
Keep your
And we shall
noses
endeavor
clean.
to find this Ganu.
Keep your noses clean in Blood Cove. There are many who jockey for position in the shadows in that city. But right now, we ask you to have a priority. Lord Derry was looking after a young man who has gone astray, and he is what must be found again. I have a feeling he may be attached to that darkness you speak of, Anuki. Meet me tonight at the full moon. I will come. Well, you don't need to meet me. I will come to your dormitory, but I will perform the necessary ritual to get you to Blood Cove. Arthwick Barzoni will be expecting you. Spell will bring you to Dari and Ganu in his guest house, where you can share the information that you have found so far.
Anuki takes his hand in theirs and looks deep into his eyes and says, "Thank you."
Okay, I thought that you was rolled. I thought that was Anuki rolling a die.
Oh no, I could roll a die if I wanted. I was just
If you can roll a die with your hands up here like that, I am impressed.
well, I wouldn't put it past me.
And at midnight, as the moon is high, both groups get together in their separate spaces. The ritual is cast, and the 4 characters that will bring us into Season 7 now find themselves sitting in a small guest house around a round table of 4 chairs, a small candle lit in the center. Anuki, describe yourself.
So Anuki's a very slight of frame, maybe like 5'4", and Railfin looks like a strong breeze would blow them away. Dressed in traveling, kind of a rustic clothing that's not necessarily patched together, but has seen a lot of travel and has been stitched back together more than once. And usually keeps a low hat on and is of like a almost purple black tone, and with like just I don't know. Actually, I haven't thought about color of eyes. I don't know if they're. I'm not sure about the eyes, but that's Anuki.
Okay. Baranji, describe what you would look like sitting at this table with your pack. Remember, you guys are loaded for adventure at this point
Yeah.
as well. Whatever you have with you is what you're bringing with you for an adventure.
So, Baranji is tall. He's an Ekuj elf. He has teakwood colored skin. Traditionally wears this dappling of markings on his face, like a reverse jaguar. Keeps his hair braided in back so it's out of the way of his hands. Does carry a staff with 3 different colored crystals on it, but also you see that he's got this cloak that is made of woven leather and leaves, as if it almost looks like a cloak that you have to water once a week. The leaves are puffy on it, almost like succulents, and he has the trappings of a wizard, but there's a rustic elegance to him. He does have some. You don't see any ornamentation, no jewelry or anything. The only signs of wealth he would have would be these crystals. He does, however, have a rather large sword on the table that you see it's in a scabbard, and it looks to be of faraway make, perhaps an Avastani blade, but it's a great big bastard sword. And he has this shield that is bronze and appears to look like a bronze lion head and a mane. And that is on his back as well.
Harry?
Derry's also a half elf. He's got white hair, big bright blue eyes. I don't know. I always picture Derry. He's just handsome. He's just like a handsome half elf dude. That's like all I got.
So he's John Hamm with pointed ears. Thank you.
There was
Okay.
a suggestion from the stream chat that Anuki's eyes are the color of comfort for whoever sees them.
Oh, I fucking love that. That's great. Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. I don't know who made the suggestion, but that's
Wilderpin.
awesome.
that came from who is Jenny Durden, and we're actually
Oh,
going to
thank you.
give, since Anuki took the suggestion, we're going to give him a hero point for following chat suggestions. I'm not saying it's always a good idea, but you'll get hero points for it if you do it sometimes.
Color of comfort. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
So what else does Derry carry with him?
What else does Derry carry?
And don't Terry.
Mary.
And what are his restrictions of the dietary?
Derry.
Barry's not very hairy, is he?
Derry is so very.
Well, yeah, let's get them all out right now. Larry.
A very
Scary.
wary dairy might Terry.
Ron's a cherry.
And your buddy Carrie,
mm,
your other buddy Larry.
We could just go on and on.
This
My
could go
brother
on
Daryl.
for a while.
I
This is the
spent some
whole
time
stream, just
yesterday
us
thinking
rhyming.
about
Every
All
day.
right.
and so
it. Just keeps
Derry,
going.
Derry has I don't know what does his
What
shield
is your
look
large?
like, Kev?
I don't know. What does your shield look like? You tell me.
I don't know.
I don't know. What
I
does
don't
your
know.
shield look
Describe
what
your
does-
primary loadout.
What does your large bastard sword look like?
Back it ain't got
Well,
no
but
daddy.
they're a set. It's a matching set from the candelabra, right? So it's probably got some like candle fucking bullshit on it. I don't know.
I've never seen
You-
it because everyone who
Yeah,
sees
Doctor-
it dies.
Dr. Baranji, when you notice the symbols of the Candle of Power. Or the Candle of Balance? Exactly what do they look like
Yeah.
on Darius' shield and sword?
Yeah, help me,
so that he
brother.
knows.
There you go.
Okay, so on the shield, it's actually
Good.
it's a
Yeah.
candle in profile with a flame visible, but when it's on the sword, it's smaller and it's just the flame on the cross hilt.
It's a big bastard sword too, so you know.
We are dual bastards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Muy Bastardo Enterprises.
Just a bunch of bastards.
A bunch of bastards in this party.
Rancho Bastardo.
Right. So, you know,
Alright.
I got my long white hair and a man bun. John Hamm with white hair. Let me think about that. I'll get back to you on that. I'll get back to you after the break. I'll get back to you after.
If The Witcher was trying to sell me Pall Malls.
Yeah. I need to go. I need to go
Look
to
at
my
your
mind
face.
palace. I need to go to my mind palace in the
Alright.
break.
Ganu. What does
Well,
Ganu look like in the fourth spot at the table?
First off, he's sitting on 2 chairs.
Yeah, or the floor. You might just be like kicked back against the wall on the floor or whatever. Ganu is huge, right? He's like nearly 8 feet tall. But he's all lean muscle, so he's only about 320, 340 pounds, something like that.
At all.
Yeah. And he's just this massive dude. His skin is gray, that tends towards a blue, but there's also like flecks of mica in it because he's a descendant of stone giants, right? He has kind of like those super like watery, icy blue eyes, and big beard, bald, tattoos, scars. Almost completely naked except for like it's just a piece of random cloth he just ties around his waist. Like, you know, it's like it could be like an old like tablecloth or a curtain or something.
Is it
Yeah.
purple to elicit Bruce Banner?
Not intentionally. but
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it definitely.
okay. I just noticed that on the mini that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, his pants are purple. Is that to be, was that a style choice?
It's more of a loincloth, but yeah.
So he's
Basically,
like a
yeah, it's
Frank Frazetta painting.
He only does it
Good.
because he knows it freaks everybody out, but he could care less about the clothes, right? They mean nothing. He's like he's a true aesthetic. The only thing he carries with him, like he has his hands wrapped with these claws that have like runes on them. He's got like some armbands, and the piece of cloth, right? And a gourd. And
Can I
that's it.
put Ultimate Warrior makeup on his face?
No.
And the moon, Jupiter.
He'd have to do it while he was sleeping.
I mean, I suppose you could if you really wanted to. He'd probably let you do it because he's a pretty
Alright.
easygoing guy. He just believes in,
I shall familiarize him
Let
with
things
the
happen.
initiation protocols of the Magambaya.
And now that we have described what our characters look like, we're going to take our first 10-minute break. And we'll
Good
get back
time.
to
Right
this
on time.
conversation at this table. And everybody
Look
can
at
look at
this
the
on a
conversation
tree
or
of
the break screen that has miniatures spinning so you can see what these people couldn't describe for themselves.
Enjoy.
See you all in
Wow.
10 minutes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Harsh.
I hope we're not graded on a curve.
the party. As described and as seen throughout our fantastic break, where we got to see the amount of cake that Lord Ganu carries with him.
Welcome back
Um,
to Cake Boss.
Is it enough
Yes.
that I could take cover in the cake? Can I use an
You-
action to like dive into the cake?
well,
take
I mean,
cover?
I'll let. Maybe
Plus 2
it'll
armor
provide.
class.
Maybe it'll
Easy.
provide greater cover.
Cling tenaciously to my
It won't provide greater cover at first.
I'm like powdered toast man up in here.
You should start with just being happy for the +2 armor class bonus.
So, here we go. 4 of you are sitting around the table. Baranji and Dari, the 2 of you do know each other. Your half-elven
From school.
side, Dari, actually was an Ekuj elf.
Oh, right on.
Alright.
Probably doesn't look like John. Just saying.
No, I don't. Probably not.
Maybe. Who knows? It all depends on the roll of the dice of those DNA.
Lance Riddick.
Lance Reddick.
Riddick.
Yeah.
Not a bad casting choice.
Bishop.
No, he was when's he in? He's in a lot of like comedy shorts. Well, he's dead now, but he was in that Toys R Me sketch from College Humor a while back. If you ever seen that,
Mm-mm.
he played the voices of Vala and Destiny.
4 of you are sitting.
John Wick.
Yeah, right. So
And The
you know,
Wire.
Providence brings us here, right? What was the dude's name?
Lance Reddick. I can't think of a single character name until
Braden M. Ashcroft is the character's name that brought you
Whose
guys.
house are we in right now?
Right now, you
Fran's
are
Wow.
house.
House.
Sorry.
Hardwick Barzoni's house, who is the mayor, so to speak, of Blood Cove.
We
He is the
teleported
lead-
down the
of
flow.
Blood,
Blood
Cove.
Cove.
We are in the shackles in Blood Cove.
No, the
'Cause we had-
Shackles isn't in Blood Cove. So here we
close.
Okay.
are. We
Closer.
brought you guys. The map is up for you guys, or I
Cool,
did share
thank
it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
The Rapier's Edge is out there. There's a whole bunch more islands out there that are the Shackles. I didn't draw them all out because there's hundreds of them, and ain't nobody got time for that. And Blood Cove is there. Marcata
Yeah, this is
Island.
the shackles.
Yep, let's bring up the map for the people at home so they can see what I'm describing.
Playing
Yes.
with my ping.
That is the Shackles up there. That is Rapier's Edge. Right here,
Careful, Ganu. You can make me
Blood.
go from 6 to midnight.
Blood Cove.
Mhm.
And there is Maracata, where Elias seemed to be slightly entranced
Heading there.
with a local butcher there.
Right.
And he
Okay.
seems like he may be heading in that direction from what you saw. There is Nantambu, where the university is that Dr. Baranji and Anuki just teleported from, and Rapier's Edge there.
Thank you. GPS updated.
We basically teleported down the flow of the Vanji River.
That's significant.
Some find that teleportation is easier when going with the flow of the water. I just remember to eat light.
Why? I was thinking about teleporting ever since it came up. I'm like, it's probably Anuki's first experience.
Baranji hands Anuki a piece of candied ginger.
It's an enjoyable flavor.
It is a tonic for your stomach.
I like the way that it feels behind my nose.
You'll enjoy these peppercorns that come from Tian Sha. They numb your face, but it's delicious.
You'll enjoy
Tosses a
swing of
handful
this.
in as well. Yeah. With a fermented goat piss chaser.
Yeah, whatever's in that
That-
flask
that's
probably tastes a bit
Ganu's.
like, kerosene and ammonia. You know?
It-
Good for cleaning engine parts and killing brain cells.
Yeah.
So we are on our way to Maracata.
You're on your way somewhere. Buckle up, Buttercup. You bought the ticket. That wasn't Ginger.
Yeah. The stream chat just suggested that Ganu's gourd is filled with LSD. So, whoops.
Oh, yeah, good.
You're
Is
on
it
a
was
different
canon?
type.
It
You're
happened at the table.
You're on a different type of psychic trip.
I'm
So,
done.
doctor, I advise you to take first watch.
And second,
Yeah.
and third.
That's it. Give the psychic LSD. Okay.
So Anuki decides to we
bad trip could be
discussed
worth
outside
XP.
of we decided outside of the during the break that Anuki was going to use his power to share his visions with the rest of the party, and we were sitting around the table. So I'm going to assume that he is going to do that, and I will explain to the rest of the party what he saw, which was a great darkness that was coming from the western horizon, and then another great darkness that was coming from the eastern horizon that seemed to be coming together and forming above the light cutting across the sky and landing in the shackles, which seems to coincide with the arrival of Ganu. He also shares the vision that he originally had where Dr. Baranji was the light that he was being brought to. And how the light in the shackles seemed to twinkle and move as if it may have been two. Now you find yourselves, the four of each other, sitting at a table together.
It means something.
But as the vision begins to fade, Anuki, you look out down the river towards the west into the direction of the shackles, and you don't feel that darkness riding as hard on you. It feels like that darkness may have moved, as if it's now to the east of you, as if the two darknesses are overlapping. And
The two darknesses were based on my relative position in
positioning,
three-dimensional
correct.
space, imaginary
Correct.
space. Right.
Darkness
Correct.
parfait.
And as you turn back to the
15
table,
dimensions.
you can now see
Fifth dimensions, right? Exactly.
that light, that
I
beacon
said that's like 15 dimensions.
that brought you forward, now coming from the very table that the four of you sit around.
All right, who's it coming from?
Everyone.
No, this is the spark of creation. Here.
Oh, cool. Right on. Anuki says, Anuki says he has to get his earbud back in.
What is an earbud?
Anuki says to he like one at a time he goes around and he places his hands on either side of your face, and looking into eyes the color of comfort, the vision happens. And when done, Anuki says, "You are the light that the darkness cannot consume."
Thank you. One single tear.
And Derry, do you explain the information that you found?
Well,
And
I'm
Reyes's
I'm gonna
papers?
let them know that we're after a boy consumed by evil. And he was dangerous before, and he's only gotten worse. And then
He is lost.
the prophecy, making sure, all the highlights, right? The prophecy that that
You spent time with this wizard who fell to the temptation of dark books. Yes?
yes.
Tell me, do you know the names of these tomes?
I
I feel like
the
my player
Ono
is going to ask the
Grimoire,
GM to make a shitload of dice rolls.
the Ono Grimoire,
The bone
and
grimoire.
Please don't read unless you want to be like nasty reincarnated evil
Right.
dude.
A copy
New.
of Jug.
books.
And then a copy of Ooh La La.
Right? Ooh la la.
The two books that he had were the Cardosian Codex and the Bone Grimoire. The one that he was looking for was the Black Book.
Together they
Right.
make the gluttonous tome. Now, I, as a player, figured
How to
out the
serve
plot
man.
of
It's a
your
cookbook.
story, Kev. I just gotta say,
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing for a really, really, really long time, and I've been DMing for almost as long.
Uh-huh.
But I
think you know what you think you know.
I think I know what I think I know, but I'm telling you that about 6-8 weeks ago, it brought me great joy to think I
Mhm.
figured out something,
Mm.
and I was just really glad to be a part of it and to be playing your game.
I'm glad
It's
to be a
praise.
part of your
Just-
parts. Wait,
Just wait,
huh?
This is
Wait a
just
minute, you
Act
get-
1, baby.
the So I like my player. I know something that my character might not know, but I would love to make the dice rolls that let him know half the shit I think I figured out.
What type of dice roll would you like to apply to this?
Well, shit. That's a really good one. I like to. I've got some skills, you know. I've got the. I'm an expert in Arcana.
Mhm.
I'm an expert in occultism.
But that
And-
boy ate people too, by the way.
Yeah, and
That
Um,
boy ate people.
that boy ate people. Yeah, right.
He ain't
The-
right. That boy ate people.
I also have a feat called Schooled in Secrets, so I can use occultism for other stuff. But yeah, I'm trained in society. I mean, I know it concerns one of the Rune Lords, but Thassalon was north of here significantly, and the Aslanti may have had contact with Garund pre-Earthfall and the peoples there,
Mhm.
but I don't think the Thessalonians specifically did. So it would be a dice roll, and I'm not sure which one you want, but I could go for athletics or occultism.
Athletics.
Or I mean Arcana. So I go up to the bookshelf and I just beat the answers out of it. Tell me what you know.
Me,
I suplex the
answers!
Arcana section.
Oh yeah. Ziganu, you're rubbing off on me. Promise. But
rub off
So
on
let's go
everyone.
under
It's a
our
very small room.
skills here. Let's look at Dr. Baraji, Arcane.
the monsters are going to be like Andre
I
the Giant.
choked
You're like,
the
no
Lord.
baby oil.
I will let you roll either one of those. It has a ridiculously high DC, just to let you know, based off of the level of said artifact.
I am all about the ridiculously high DC. 15 on the die for
That
plus
is
1934.
really close. That is
Oh,
really close.
fuck! Maybe I could get
Um,
some item bonus from this gigantic university I'm in.
You're not in the university. You're in a friggin' you're in a cottage.
We're in this We're in this
behind a
dude's fucking
gangster
den.
mayor's house.
Right.
Hold up. How
Do you have
know
any
I didn't-
assurance or anything?
You know, I like that feat, and I always recommend people take it.
Oh, but you forgot it.
I have it, and I don't remember with what skill I chose it in.
I think it was religion, to be honest with you.
That sounds right. I'll write it down.
What would you do?
That sounds right. I'll write it down. Why would I do that? Because I'm a religious scholar.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I do have the spell Pocket Library, which lets me draw from
That
the
explains
great
what I've been-
repository of books, though.
That explains it. It's a pocket library.
That brings
No,
you
really,
up to a 36.
Okay,
Um,
cool. If that's not enough, then I'll try again in a few levels.
You know that the books have a connection to the undead and to a lich. You're not you can't figure out exactly which one specifically. You know that there is a third book. You don't know its name, however, Derry is able to fill you in that it's called the Black Book because he heard Elias bitch about it enough that he needed to find it so that he could finish his work.
Finish the story.
Yeah.
Would I be able to tell enough since it's a lich? I could I could probably speculate that Elias is going to be the new vessel for this lich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's absolutely what's going to happen. He's getting fat right now.
That's all I need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his skin
that's
had
actually
already gone
perfect.
cold and clammy, slightly
The process
greasy
has already started.
and wet and large and odorous
And sweaty and bald.
and odorous.
He's
Sometimes the
lost.
taint of the land needs to be burned from the earth.
He just needs to find himself. He needs us to help him.
Yes, we may decarboxylate him.
If he is the light, there is no darkness.
Maybe he is but the fuel that the
But
light
he's
will
also that
reveal
way.
upon consuming. Really trying to angle for setting him on fire.
Which is also the direction of Maracata.
It's like every game
Direction
you want to
of
set
Anuki
something on
points.
fire. You should just lean into it. Play a pyromaniac.
It's my turn. There was Splash. I gave 2 hero points out last night because one of my players hurt another player with some area effect, and I was like, "Here's for both of you. Do it again."
Because that's what heroes do.
It's called splash damage. Suck it up, teammates. I'm a wizard.
So you guys, after a couple of days, discuss a little bit more. Derry talks about Elias, Baranji. You remember that the name Elias was actually mentioned to you by Braden Ashcroft when he came and spoke with you. The 4 of you get yourselves together, buy whatever nonsense you may have silver pieces for, as Blood Cove is a relatively high level city, so you're able to get whatever healing potions you may want to spend money on, and you guys head off east towards Marcata. It takes about 3 to 4 days through the thick, dense jungle before you come to Marcata, a small fishing village and farm town along the river's edge. Arriving in town, the smell from the pig farms becomes slightly overwhelming. Scent of rot and butcher fills the town. But the population not seem that full. There's only a few people walking around, and most of them seem unaware of your very arrival. Go about their daily
Unaware,
movements.
just
Like they don't even recognize that you guys are walking into town.
But it's not like a complete like.
No.
It's just mundane.
Yeah.
Okay, they're used to it. This is just okay, cool. But no like hoo-hoo stuff going on. This is just how they are.
Doesn't look like there's any hoodoo stuff.
Cool. Can I
Would you
make a
like to talk to
society check?
anybody? Yes. Give me a society check. Let me make a better DC here, though. Okay, go ahead. Looking around the town, you notice that from almost every doorway, a set of black poppies hangs upside down, usually a symbol of mourning throughout the Mwangi expanse. And this seems to hang from almost every doorway.
They are in mourning. Is this the effects of the disease?
It is plague. I hope
Is
that
it?
I am wrong.
I have a theory, but I hope I'm wrong.
Looking around, you don't see any fresh burn piles that usually follow the plague. The village is relatively small.
We did just get here.
Maybe we should find a tavern or something more friendly to travelers, because I'm concerned now that there may be more to this butcher than I knew that I could glean. Right? Because why are all these people
You find a small inn.
sick or dead? And I'm afraid to ask strangers.
Perhaps
You
this
find-
innkeeper will have some information.
Find a small
Great
inn
idea,
along the
Nuki.
river's edge. And inside you find a singular barkeep. 2 small tables. Hello and welcome. I have
Wow.
only a couple of rooms available, but you are more than welcome to them. If you would like food, you just need to give me a couple of moments as I'm working the inn myself.
Oh, please. There is no hurry. You seem troubled. As do many of you. And Anuki looks to the, motions to the street. Or
How could we put your heart at ease?
Our people, they have been going missing over the past week. We find remnants sometimes outside of town along the path to the east. Their
Are there
clothing.
any new
There-
keepers newcomers that have been spending a lot of money and demanding food?
There was a young man came in, insisting to speak with the butcher just to the east.
Do you know where we might find this young man?
I have not seen him since I gave direction. But now that you mention it, he passed through town just before everyone began disappearing.
My friend, this man is just a traveler. Could you tell us where this butcher might be? Could you give us directions?
Follow the road east out of town. There will be a small break. Follow it south. And there you will find a small tributary to the river. Cross the bridge and you will find the butcher's home.
Thank you. We may return.
He bows as he turns and walks back, lights a single candle. So, as the party leaves and heads down the path.
And I, very
Anybody have anything else
surreptitiously,
they want to say before you guys leave?
I'd want to surreptitiously leave like a handful of coins behind.
You said you found remnants. Were they being preyed upon by some beast?
That is our belief, but we cannot find any tracks. Clothing
What?
shredded. Few small spots of blood, but usually not much. But no actual body, just possession.
Says the jungle came alive and ate him. Sorry.
Basically,
What she's saying doesn't make any sense.
All right.
right?
Down.
I
path.
got what I needed to know. I got what I needed to know.
Shield's on arm. So I've switched to walking with the stick, but the shield's on the arm.
Alright. Let's put you guys on a map. How does that sound?
That's
like a
probably
mess.
why I said I want to put a
Sounds-
shield in my arm.
Sounds like fucking crap.
Oh, no.
Sounds
Just might slap.
like
The clap?
Battle music
Um,
might slap.
The trap.
yeah,
gonna-
nap.
App.
I'm sure there'll be some sort of flap. The boom bap rap.
How you like my style?
Okay. Let's. This is
Show
gonna
me.
probably take a while for you guys to download the
Uh.
whole map because it's a little bit of a bigger map. I would like to ask the party to do me one favor. Right now, you all have black pointers on your characters. If you look at your character sheet, it has that little black dot. Can you make the 4 of yours so that you have separate colors inside the
green.
Fantasy Grounds app?
Earth.
That's
Just
what
because
colors?
the
Where?
the new
Where do you change it?
I believe you can just do it under options.
Oh, options.
The
Okay.
gear options. It should be
Oh,
the
I can't do
second thing
anything
towards the
yet.
top.
I just
Oh
exploded
yeah,
the,
you're
yeah.
probably downloading them. This map is a relatively large map.
I see. Okay, we're going to options.
Yeah, because they made a change now where I can.
It's a color active character, right?
Yeah.
I was just picking green. If anybody wants green, we can negotiate.
We're
Just
going
as long
with,
as they're slightly different. We got a light green, we got a dark green, we got a dark blue, we got a light blue. That
I don't
works
know
for
what's
me.
happening.
Just because the path, the walking path, when you guys
Whatever
request
you did, it's
movement,
great.
now lines up based on your character. And it gives me a whole new thing where I can press one button and approve everybody's move all at once.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's neat.
So I can tell you guys that you guys have 25 feet of movement as you continue on down the path. But first, jockey yourselves to where you're what you're walking, your marching order would be, because I just plopped you on a map. Can you guys see the map yet?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
I have a movement speed of 40. Does that count, or is
I got a 30.
25?
The
because my eyes are closed.
actually, yeah, mine's 40 as well.
So it depends on what type of exploration activities you're doing. If you're doing like the defend one, that halves your speed. If you're doing like a lot of them half your
Scout.
speed. Scout halves your speed.
Yep.
Things of that nature. So if there's any
Somebody
of-
should be scouting up to. Yeah, you gotta be 30 feet away.
Yes, correct.
All right, but everybody gets +1 on initiative. if
On
I-
initiative when the shit hits the fan.
Scouting.
I am not
So-
the sneaky guy, just so you guys know.
So who will be our scout is the question.
It's sounding like me. Either me or Anuki. Are you stealthy, Anuki?
Well, define stealthy.
Are you trained in stealth? And have a dex worth
yes.
talking about?
Yes, I suppose both of those things are technically true. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Onukio Scout.
I'm trained in stealth too.
No. I was just thinking it makes more sense for Anuki to scout. I have a lot of holy shit, I'm out of here stuff. So
I should prepare my spells.
You should.
You probably
that's-
should.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Unless whatever ones I want to
Yeah.
cast. That was one of the ones I prepared for today. Basically, I'm a sorcerer with 64 known spells. Okay.
Let me prepare my spells. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you might
I'm
want to
working
prepare
on
the
it.
spells, please. So where everybody is right now, you can do one movement. Baranji, as you come up, because you are ahead of the party, you can make out two tents.
I thought Anuki was scouting.
that happened after he approved
Oh.
your move request, so he's picking up from
Okay.
that point. We'll move forward with that,
There
but
we
he had
go.
already.
We'll swap
No,
that.
I
you didn't do
hadn't-
anything.
I
You
hadn't
didn't-
requested
you
a
didn't do
move.
anything. Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
I moved it. I may have moved it. I went through
Oh,
and
I
started
should.
moving
Okay.
things around.
I was in my spell book.
I gotcha. Okay.
No biggie. I missed the part where you guys switched because I was taking care of other things. No biggie. So Anuki, as you make it up ahead, you see a couple of tents. One to the north that appears to be a
We don't want to go that way. It's too tense.
the
It's not
one to
section
the
over here.
north has large hanging cuts of pork and other types of meat that have been salted that seem to be drying. It seems almost like it's made for drying out for making different types of jerky and preserved meats.
How come animals aren't eating it? What's keeping the animals out? Like, is it a walled kind of tent with like, or
Doesn't appear to be.
is there anybody or anything else in it?
To the southern direction, there are two other tents, and inside they are filled with tons of insects, bugs. You can see rats in them. That is where all the discarded cuts have been put. It seems like they have been separated and put in a different direction, and maybe that is one of the reasons why the one to the north isn't being as affected as much. There's maybe some type of magic or some type of other ruin keeping the one from the north being chowed upon, but it looks like most of the animals have gone to the southern portion.
Okay.
You do see also in the large tent, you do make out a couple of large snare type traps around the outside of it. And it looks like this guy has been doing it for a while.
Okay.
Just to the east here, you can hear the movement of a babbling brook of water. Moving ahead, you can see a large bridge made of planks of cut jungle wood that are crossing this smaller river or smaller creek, the tributary that you were probably told about by the innkeeper.
Okay.
That you had to cross on the way to the butcher's house.
I'd like to have cast Mystic Armor. It's my signature spell for first level, so it also gives me +1 to saving throws while it's infect.
Okay. You'd like to apply that to yourself. How long does that last? Is that an all-day thing?
Not all day. It's yeah, actually, it is all day until your next daily preparations.
Dr. Baranji or Barry or Derry, do you guys want to move up at all?
Yes.
Just gonna move you a couple steps to the south, Anuki. Anuki, as you walk up along the path, you can see that across from this large handmade bridge, there is a large structure. And on the outside of the structure, you can see a few chains of sausage hanging hooks on the outside of the house.
I didn't really mean to do that move. I was playing with the camera mode, trying to move around. Thanks.
Yep. Is this going to be the general marching order? Because I'll just move you guys forward a little bit until things change. How does
Cool.
that sound?
Sounds great.
So
Yeah.
these,
Yeah.
so this isn't where he works. This is just like, or this is where the dude works. Then this isn't like
Yeah.
his house yet.
Yeah, more or less.
All right. Well,
So it looks like his house may actually be up here to the northeast and across that path. Whoops, I moved the whole map. Everybody. Heading across the bridge as you get closer to the house, Anuki, you are filled with the smell of decay and rot. Getting closer to the sausages hanging from the hooks from the outside of the building, you can see that underneath the casing, the meat wriggles with whatever has come to life inside of it.
gross.
Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the Anuki equivalent of Boogans inside.
Boogans inside.
Well,
Is there any evidence of movement inside the structure? Is there anything
No.
else?
Well, there's
Not
one
at
way to
this
find
point.
out.
Not as of this point. And as you walk up, I'm just going to move you just a touch closer to look
Mhm.
inside the windows. One of the sausages does burst, but it's just maggots. They fall to the ground, writhing.
One of the sausages on the outside of the building just
Correct.
burst.
Correct. And looking in the
This
window,
is starting small.
you can see a torso, a humanoid torso, upon a table with a sausage grinder, a meat grinder, and a couple of sausages upon the table. Blood
Found the
is
butcher.
dried and saturated the floor throughout the entire shop that you can see.
And can I kind of get a better view of the building by moving a little closer to the window? Just to see if there's anything else in there.
Looking in,
Move
you
up a
can
little
see
closer.
that a
Let's
table
see.
has been destroyed inside. A small door goes to another room that you cannot see into, and there doesn't seem to be any windows from what you can make out on the building so far.
How fresh is the freshest blood?
I don't know. Let me find out.
Tacky black.
I'm gonna open the door.
Ganu opens the door and looks inside. And
Put David back on her.
I crouch down. As he goes to open the door, I crouch down and touch the roots of some tree or root system. I'm gonna cast one of my cantrips. It's called Root Reading. You gain
Takes a
general
root down.
insights into the immediate. I'm going to kick a root down. Into the immediate vicinity by sending your senses through the root systems of trees and bushes. If there are any unnoticed, medium, or larger creatures in the AoE, you learn of their presence and they're undetected to you. You can immediately attempt to seek an undetected creature and gain a +1 status bonus to the attempt, or any other seek, hidden, or stuff like that. You also
How
learn if
far-
any such creatures pass through this area in the last hour, so you don't have to leave tracks for this to get on your ass. And when you were talking about they don't leave tracks, I was like, ooh. Yeah, if you begin to track a creature, you get a +1 status bonus to the check as
Sorry.
well. It's a 30-foot emanation.
30-foot emanation. Okay. No hooby-doos with the woody-doo. How long does that last for, sir?
I can. It's till the end of the turn, but I can do it every round. It's 2 actions.
Good time.
Action. 2 action.
But I was going to mention when we were moving, I'd like to stay near the undergrowth so I can still touch trees because I can talk to them in some ways.
Or touch grass.
I'd rather touch a
So
bush.
most of the undergrowth would either
Wouldn't
be
we
on
all?
this side here or over in this direction. Where you're at right now is a very regularly walked path, so that's down to dirt. But if you want to stay near the undergrowth, it would either be out in this section here or out in this section here. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I was going to say I didn't see anything you were pointing at, but now I see
Oh,
something you're pointing at. It's
so
cool.
that's undergrowth. I
Yeah.
guess that's undergrowth.
Okay,
Like
I'll drop
all
over to
around
there.
that edge. Okay.
Because I can take cover. I can do some things. Have some special surprise tools that'll help us later.
Derry, what would you like to do? Are you just staying back?
As Ganu kicks in the door.
I mean, if Ganu's kicking in the door, then I'm gonna.
Well, I didn't kick it. I just pushed it
Nudged
open
it with your
Yeah.
foot.
That's fine.
with my foot.
That's
Aggressive.
just
Nudging.
That's fine. I'll be here then. And then I'm going to get my shield out. At a minimum, please. And thank you, DM.
Fantastic. As you get closer, Tanuki, you're the first one to notice. There's a little bit of a vibration in the air. Derry, you hear a familiar voice which seems to echo from inside of the home. You were kind of annoying with all your questions. I didn't think you would be the one that they sent after me.
Do you know this apparition?
Right. I'm sorry,
The voice.
Elias.
Why are you following me? You
You
brought
know why?
friends. Oh, do you share blood with the Akuche? Heard that they were tasty as well. Maybe I'll make a stop on my way. And you give me shivers. A little bit different than you used to be. Or do you keep that under wraps? Danu,
Under
is it?
wraps.
I've heard stories. They really think that bringing you back would give them a fighting chance.
I have no idea what to say there. I don't think he would say anything. He'd just be like, whatever.
One thing real quick. Okay. Give me, Dr. Baranji, as you move up to the window, I need from
What you need?
Danu, Anuki, and Baranji, I need, give me perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Like a
You
seek?
guys, yeah, seek check to see if you can smell.
Oh, smell. Oh,
Oh, the
minus
trees
2
couldn't
out.
smell it, so the root bonus won't work on this.
Trees can't smell?
Well, I don't.
News to them.
It's also a 30-foot. It isn't to God.
30 foot's pretty big. That's 60 feet. Seek, you say?
Yep.
Said,
Seek, hearkened he.
All right, all of you are fantastic seekers. Is a smell of thick sulfur and burning begins to fill the small hut.
Hmm.
Oh, I
do
found a
this?
smell.
They moved it. And the other door across from you begins to burn in green flame. You all have
Flame.
I'm going to give you 2 actions before you roll initiative, as you can see that the door is beginning to burn.
This door over here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that everybody or just Ganon?
Everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna open this
so-
window.
All right, we see that starting to burn. I don't even know what I want to do. Like, I kind of just want to stay here. But I don't know, it's fire. I'm gonna walk in here and see if there's anything to see.
I'm gonna go. I would like
Oops.
to. Oh, I would like to Yep, I'd like to go there and then draw my sword, and then that'll be where I'm gonna be.
Are you just going to stay outside the open window, Baranji?
I opened it.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
yep, I know you
and
opened it.
and I drew a wand.
Anuki, you made one.
Like, you breathed on
movement.
the window, and then it drew like a wand on there.
I breathed on it and I
Yeah.
just drew a big old Ganu wand.
From this direction, you still don't see any windows on that side.
Then I'll use this one to move back. I wanted to see if there was. I wasn't sure where the building ended. If I would get a better view of the back, but that's fine.
Everybody, give me a fantastic initiative check. Is the doors burned down
Fantastic
into
one.
timbers?
Can I use stealth for mine? Since I was staying in the undergrowth and creeping up to windows?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
It's a new
As
shared asset.
what looks
The new
like
shared
It has
asset.
new shared asset smell.
is well, there's a new one of the things that they changed is that way when you share it doesn't share the name automatically with the players. There's a separate button that says
Ooh,
share
cool,
with
cool.
name, so I don't give up who the creatures are that you guys are about to fight.
I
unless
can't
you
wait
already
to
know
run
the
it.
pictures.
Run it for next week. That sounds great.
But
I know you don't show us their initiative numbers, but on a
Mhm.
tie, I go 1st
Mhm.
It's one of my feats.
okay, fantastic. A glowing green amorphous body that, if anybody who had known him when he was younger, looks just like Elias, begins to take form of arcane energy. The wood and thatch that the walls are making from smolder around it. And Ganu, you are going to lead us off as we go into our first combat of 10th level action. Let's go.
Okay, well, he's still in that room, right?
Yes, sir. Can you see him or no?
No, because I'm on the other side of the wall. It's
Oh.
a line of sight thing. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to go right here. And if anything comes out of this door, actually right here. Anything comes out of this door, I'm going to snatch it up. I'm going to hold my action, a grapple action. Oh, I can see him there. Never mind.
Oh, you can
Okay.
see him now.
Yeah. You know what? I can see him. I'm just going to punch him twice.
Oh,
Yeah, let's see what happens when I punch him.
He casts fist.
I cast first. I throw the hurt at him.
you hit him.
And when I hit him, it makes a real loud noise.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Got
So yeah,
canceled
like,
here because
so
of the
my
flood.
fist hits
Oh.
this thing like a thunderclap, right?
Yep.
And let's see.
And he has a reaction.
He rolled a
It hits you
77.
back.
Hold on a second. You gotta
Why?
make a DC 24 Fortitude save.
DC 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me drop my damage on you because he hit you with his Witch Flames Caress.
Cool.
Which does 3d6 of fire and 3d6 of void magic damage.
And all right, I got one action left, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to grab it.
Grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pop it. Stick it.
So
Twirl
let
it.
me go over here and do the grapple thing.
Melee types in the building. Caster types outside the building.
I have grabbed it.
Quick question for you.
Mhm.
Can you grab things that are incorporeal? Do you have something that lets you grab incorporeal creatures?
I can punch incorporeal, but I can't grab it. Okay, so I try and grab it, and I pass
Yeah.
right through it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, that's
Ghost
what I was.
touch or astral.
That's what I was wondering if you had like ghost touch on like your gloves or anything like that.
My fists have the mystic, yeah, property. So like when I punch, I can hit them.
Does it say punch or does it read as when you make an attack roll?
Mystic strikes. Okay, focusing your will into your physical attacks imbues them with mystical energy. Your unarmed attacks become magical, allowing them to past resistances, and non-magical attacks. However, you still need an item such as hand wraps or mighty blows to gain an item bonus. Yada yada. Okay, so that's Mystic Strikes.
So, a grapple, is that considered an attack
A s-
action?
It is considered a strike. Yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, good. Okay, then
I'm pretty sure. Let me verify.
if it is a yes,
It might not
then
be.
this
It might
thing is
not be. I
grappled.
think
If
I'm-
it's
I
a
think I'm
no, then it
crossing.
went right through, and that's cool. I'm either way. Either way,
No,
I'm
it's
good.
just an
Right, 'cause
attack.
now
I'm
we
sorry.
know.
It's just an attack. It's not a strike. A strike is a
Yeah.
specific.
It has an attack trait for purpose of determining multi-attack penalties,
Right.
but I don't think it's actually an attack either. Like,
No, it has the attack trait.
yeah, I said it has the attack
Oh, yeah.
trait,
Oh, okay. Okay.
just for, but it's not a strike.
Yeah, for
Mm.
counting purposes of the map. And that was all 3 of your actions, Sir Ganu.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So
We need
I
to
gra-
lube
so
him
I-
up in Ghost Strike oil.
So I grabbed it. I got him. Right? Or no, it's not a strike. Never mind. We just went
No,
through
it's
that whole
not a strike.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Continue.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anuki, you're outside, so you get to see the fun coming your way.
Ooh. It's a big bug. Lunchtime.
As a huge, terrifying bug breaks through the ground and begins running towards you out of the bush to the east. Here, let's share a picture of that, because pictures are fun.
Oh no, that's
Everybody
not
at home.
lunch. That's not a bug. That's
Not
something
that.
else.
Anything but that.
That's something else. That's not a bug.
I remember that. I know what that is.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Here,
That
let's-
was on
so
level 9
nasty.
of the Nevermind.
Right.
Then never mind.
Then we're moving the combat tracker. Derry, it's your turn. You can see the big bug outside the door
Oh.
that just ran
There's a
up.
big bug outside the door.
And you can also see the green thing that Ganu just tried to hug that did not
Yeah.
return his love.
Well, and I know that that's the kid, and really, if we
Or a
get the
version
books,
of.
that's right.
I mean, there's recall knowledges that could be rolled to recall
Oh.
knowledge.
I'd like to roll a warfare lower.
Yeah, he's figuring out how to make his own copies. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. So, like, is this him or is this like a facsimile? I'll make an Arcana roll. I'm
Is it
trained in
real
that. I'll
or
do
is
a
it
recall
memory?
knowledge.
Recall
on that.
knowledge?
Yeah, I'll do a recall knowledge on that.
Yes. This is not him. This is a pre-programming that
Okay.
was left here for whoever may be following. But it has his attitude and spunk in memory of you constantly asking fucking questions like you were writing a goddamn book or something.
I mean, old him would be excited at the notion of being the subject of a book.
It's books what did a man.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
writing my
s-
own, thank you very much.
Okay, so that it's not him.
Of course you are. We're all so proud.
It's not him. So then, does that also let me know what it is?
Oh
Does
yeah,
my
it
roll-
was
does my roll let me
a
do that?
critical success. I will tell you what it is.
You everything.
It is a
Okay,
witch
I tell you
fire.
everything.
Okay. Does
Um,
that let me know? My
That's
sword can
cool.
probably
Okay.
hurt it, right? I'm not wasting my time swinging my sword at it. Ganu
Let's
just
find out.
punched it. Ganu just
Yeah.
punched it.
Yeah, I punched.
It is incorporeal. I believe your sword can still hit incorporeal, if I remember correctly.
If
yes,
I
it's,
remember right.
it's a striking disruptor. Yes, it can hit. It can hit incorporeal.
All right, well, let's just move up. So that's 1, 2, and then we're gonna try this. There we go.
There is no try, only crit.
Oh.
Look at all those
Oh
eights.
my
Nice.
god! Something
Oh.
was resisted though.
Oh,
I'm
good
not
gravy.
sure which out of all that crap, but something
19
in
of
there
it,
was. 19 of it. of something.
Yeah, whatever adds up to 19 and whatever those dice represent.
That was
Okay,
fucking cool.
well then so that's 1, 2, 3, and then I have a special action bullshit that I have a special reaction just for raising my shield, and I choose to use it now. And
Both
that's
damage types were 19, so never mind.
that be me turn. And I
Trying
tell
to double
Ganu, there's,
check.
there's a
Oh,
big bug
Ganu's
outside.
actually was partially resisted as well. I just went
Yeah.
back. It was partially resisted as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Some of that actually should have applied to it from Ganu. Something's not adding up right. So I'm applying a little bit more damage to it because Ganu should have done a little bit more. Okay.
Damn, that's a hell of a sword.
And now we are advancing to Dr. Baranji.
Hey,
Doctor, there's a
Paging
bug on the
Dr.
other side of
Baranji.
the house.
I concur. Did Anuki make me aware of that?
You can actually see it from
Yeah.
where you are.
Okay.
With
I mean,
the window and the open door there.
Do I have line of sight though? Yeah, I do then.
Oops, I closed that door on accident. Sorry.
Well, I did until you closed the door. No, it's kidding.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, the wand I drew kind of tells me what spell I'm casting, and I think it's time we see what this fully armed and operational master of battle magic is capable of. Big bug, you say? I think it's time to look at him,
I cast Featherfall.
and even my featherfall sets you on fire.
A little late, alas.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. How much fun would 10th level Urza be right here? Her and Ganu would have gotten on like a house on fire, but that was last
totally.
season too. Hey, stop me if you've heard this one. Party goes into a sewer. All right.
Not yet.
I'm gonna make a recall knowledge on this critter as my opener.
Let me set the proper items here. Feature level.
Recall,
Yes.
recall, recall.
Kinda high.
Oh, that place. Recall.
Okay, go ahead.
Double checking. I'm gonna lean into the occultism again.
You may roll when ready, sir.
Rolling.
Oh, another one.
If it's a crit, I get something extra.
So the first thing is, its name is a Gogateth.
Yeah, it sure is.
They standardly are from the
Go, go,
Darklands. For this creature to be found here, it was most probably summoned in this direction. The part that makes this worrisome, however, is that they usually never travel alone and are usually followed by others.
Mm-hmm.
To give you one more piece of information, is that it is not a bug. It is actually a creature created from the parts of many, and it has a resistance to poison.
It also loses.
Poison.
Its lips are venomous poison.
All right,
Poison.
because I love me some Hell Scooper.
I mean, yeah, we were talking about Hell Scooper earlier.
Uh
Um,
See, I went to Belle Biv DeVoe.
yeah, that's the default. But I heard the way he brought that.
Voice.
I heard the way he brought that. So I've got this ability called Knowledge is Power.
Mm-hmm.
When you critically succeed a recall knowledge about a creature, you can invoke the knowledge to make the creature take a -1 circumstance penalty bonus or penalty to either armor class and saves against the next attack you make against it,
Okay.
or the next spell you cast that it needs to defend against. If you share this information with your allies, they gain the benefits as well. So I'm going to go for the armor class. and saves against the next attack. But not that, or no, that would be a spell. No, so armor class, and I say, hit it in the space between its plates. Do not be afraid of its plates closing on your hands. And it lasts for a minute that way. Enjoy your armor class debuff.
Okay, I am going to see if I can actually do this. Yeah, okay.
I just see, is there a
lowered-
thing I can drop on you?
I just
Yeah.
lowered the AC by 1 on the sheet. So
Who's
Sweet.
who's you? Who are you talking to me?
Everyone.
Us.
I said it loud
Everyone.
enough.
Oh, okay.
It's another reason I opened the window, because some of my stuff requires calling out to
Okay.
my friends in battle.
Cool.
Battle mage.
Battle mage.
And speaking of battle mage, the wand that's in my hand looks like I pulled it out of a fire that had been going for a long time, and it's this piece of burning coal that's smoldering and giving off little bits of embers. It looks like it should be burning my hand.
Oh no. Goodness gracious. That sounds like great
And-
balls of fire.
It is indeed going to be a fireball. So I'm going to drop the reflex save on you, buddy. Hope you fail it badly. You did! Oh, that's not a crit fail? No, it's not. Because he adds plus 22 to the goddamn roll! Holy shit. Okay, well, it's a failure, so it's good.
I just say thank you.
Yeah, just say thank you.
Don't worry, you can have another.
But the other thing that's cool about this is it's my signature spell for 3rd level. So it's upcast free, which means extra dice
Mhm,
and more extra dice and a higher level spell slot. But because I'm casting it through this wand, not the best roll, he also gets a d6 persistent fire damage.
Son of a bitch.
He's
I
whipped
got
out
chills.
the flamethrower for the first roll. Love it.
Do you have the D6 fire to drop on, or the D6 persistent?
The
or no?
persistent comes from the wand, and items don't have the same
Okay.
the same coding. Let me double check.
Let me see. I should
Wand
be
of
able to look this up.
Smoldering. Once per day.
On the combat tracker.
No, it doesn't. It just says it.
Okay,
It doesn't actually
I got
have
it.
it built in.
Let's
Yeah,
see
I
if
don't have
can-
anything to apply the bleed damage for
Persist.
internal damage. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it's
Oh, I didn't
one
do that.
D6 fire. You said.
Yep, 1d6 persistent fire.
Okay, we'll see how that works. We'll see if that works.
Thank you. Did he take damage from that? Looks like he took some.
Yes, he did.
All right. Wish I could have rolled a little higher, but I can try next time.
Okay. Anything else, or is that
Oh,
all
it was a
three
good
of your
turn.
actions? Okay. Next is the Witchfire. How much persistent, and when is he supposed to take it, Ganu?
I didn't apply any persistent damage to him yet.
Oh, okay.
I have to do that as part of my Flurry of Blows activity, I think. Oh no, it only happens when I critically hit. Sorry.
The witch's flame reaches out, attempting to caress the face of Derry, touching him and dealing 3d6 fire and 3d6 void damage. I do need a will save from you, sir.
Okay.
Is a 30 good enough?
Hope so.
Right.
It's like, unfortunately, no.
Well, right, 'cause that changes what I'm going to do on my turn drastically.
Right. On my turn,
You-
I'll be rolling up a new character.
So you did succeed, but it's one of those things where you succeed and some bad juju still happens. You begin to glow green, the same color of the flames that this aberration of Elias is glowing, and you gain weakness 5 to fire, and
Oh,
it's
shit.
just handy that his hands also do fire damage. He is going to take his map number 2 and attempt to ignite Ganu as well. Oh, that was really close.
Yeah,
That was really close.
but not close enough.
Really close to bullshit.
No, that wasn't even near
Yep,
close.
my AC's a 29 with my shield raised, by the way, too. So, for
You sure it's not higher?
Right.
Oh, he misses
No,
again. He
it should.
attempts to
It's
set Ganu on fire again, but he missed. So
Mine
now it
is
29
strands
with
through
my
the
shield
world
raised.
of Anuki. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
his is 29
Yeah.
with his shield rage. That sounds correct when I checked his sheet earlier.
All right. I'm gonna drop a will save on the Gogatef. And never mind.
Oh,
I'll mark that that slot off.
How's it go again, Cap? Let's get his shake weights out.
2 at once.
all right. Carry on.
And then I'm gonna
And we'll mark that part of the stream for
son
Photoshop
of a
later.
mother.
I'm sorry.
Oh, spike it. There we go. And that's it.
All right.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Indeed.
All right. Top of the round. Ganu, my man.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with this little action I like to call flurry of blows. So we can do this to overcome damage resistance. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
First attack. Wow. Okay. Second attack.
They're hurt.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great.
Oh.
You know what? And then just a standard third attack. Here you go. Suck on that.
He's going to use his reaction.
Hey, you hit.
Go ahead. You can drop damage on him, and then he's going to use his reaction attack.
Solid damage. Okay.
What the
He's gonna use his reaction to feel bad.
Yeah.
Ganu's seen that trick before.
He's just like,
Anything else from you, Ganu?
I'm good. That was 3.
Okay. Gogatech.
Giant ass bug on the outside. These things remind me of the Malbolgia from the Spawn comic. Or like the hordes of little demons around it.
Remind me of the cadaver collector. Just puts the bodies on the spikes on its back.
Yeah, but that thing's like a big gnarly tanky guy with spikes on
Oh.
him, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Funness. I can
Games Collector.
move. His top speed is what again? His top speed is very fast.
How fast?
Oh, he can move 40.
Okay.
That's nothing. Hold my gourd. I think I can move up to 160 in a round. If I
Do
decide
you or
that's what I wanna
Derry
do.
want to have reactions against him?
Ooh,
Because he's going to run past him. Ganu or Derry?
I don't
the
have,
Witchfire?
Nope, the big guy. He's getting ready to do a big multi-action super bullshit move.
Extravaganza.
oh sweet.
The Gogatech?
Yep.
Then yeah, I mean, if it's gonna go past, yeah, I'm hitting it.
Okay.
I want
I'll use my reaction and hit it.
I don't think I have any reactions.
It was a mistake to reveal your final move so quickly.
Arrogance is your weakness.
Your faith in my friends is yours.
Your faith in your dice is. Wait, what? I have no faith in my dice.
Zero faith in the dice. Sorry, dice. I do have some really pretty ones this time, though.
Okay. So he does this really cool thing called a skittering assault, which allows him to take 3 strides. And once for every single one of those 3 strides, he can take an attack with no map against somebody that he strode past. But it only takes 2 actions to do that. So I can get 3 actions for 2 actions and dance all over the floor. So let's
Wait,
do...
he strides past me?
Oh, he strides right up to you. You're his last cha-cha-cha. You're gonna be his map 3. His map 1s are gonna be a leg kick.
Let me know when he gets over here.
Oh, let's roll the damage from the leg kick. Nagano.
Oh, that is all you have.
Another leg kick against Derry.
I don't know what shield bullshit means.
Do you have your shield raised?
I do.
Do you have
my
reactive
raised.
shield or?
Shield block.
Yeah, but you gotta have a shield raised to block.
His shield is raised. He's got his one special ability
shield,
lets him raise it.
It's
for free.
reactive
Then
shield.
you could
it
block.
Just, use your reaction, it just raises it, and you can do shield.
It'll give you some damage mitigation against the crit that's incoming.
All right.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Gotta look at my shield and look at the hardness or some shit.
I believe there should be under your activities. Let me see if it's in there or not. So,
Shield block.
yep, I'm gonna drop that on you
Yep.
before I drop the damage on you,
Okay.
and we'll see whether or not that tracks properly. Now let's see if you blow up your shield on your first day. It worked.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
She's got 80 hit points.
It's got
Alright.
43 of 80. Well, yeah, I'm going to actually fix your shield at some
Half
point.
of it goes to the shield and half goes to him though when you block.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's not half. It's not all on the shield.
Oh, yeah. So
Sorry.
10 lowered, 34 went to your. Okay, that makes
That's why I
sense.
said
Okay.
mitigated.
You did take some damage though, not as much as you thought, or not as much as you normally would have. And then his other leg kick was at Strands as he ran past him. Oh, that's a
Wow.
triple
God
crit, folks.
Yeah. Right.
Well, his bonus to hit is higher than our armor class.
Mm-hmm.
And then his map 3,
But that's- yeah.
3
That's Pathfinder.
is
fine.
then
That's
going
Pathfinder,
to
yeah.
attempt to fight
How many
Mr.
attacks?
Baranji.
Hold up now.
He-
He attacked 3 times already.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand that. There's a thing
Ah,
called
yes.
skittering assault, which is skittering assault. The goal Geteth strides 3 times. Once per stride, it can attempt a leg strike against a creature as it reaches any point during this stride.
Nice.
It
That's
must
right.
make each attack against a different creature, but it doesn't apply its multi-attack penalty until after all of the strides, and it's only a 2-action item.
Did it go through a square that I threatened?
Well,
He landed right in
yes,
front of you.
yes, he landed right in front of you, and yes, he did go through a square at one point.
Then
when
I
he was
will
running
use
around.
my reaction to bite him with the shield.
You can do your shield bite on him, and then he is.
I'm just
going
saying
to
if he's
do
gonna
his-
if he's gonna
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
me,
yeah, and then he's gonna
I
do
wanna
his
I
map-
wanna make it
Yeah, well, yeah, his map 3 attack was going to be on you, so you could have done it then. That's what
Sweet,
I was
thank
saying. Yeah.
I just want to look cool before I die. And that's my ultimate goal.
No,
You
I
you
did,
not.
however- I'm gonna spend a hero point. I want to re-roll that.
Okay.
I said I wanted to look cool before I make a new character. Well, shit. Okay.
One episode seasons from.
I
here
don't know.
on
Look
out.
pretty
Is that
cool
what's
to me.
over there?
Man.
Thank you. Thank you. At least it was just a normal hit, not a crit.
He picks you up in his jaw and grabs you in his jaw.
The leg stride?
What's that?
This was his
Dude.
third action.
No, his jaw,
Oh.
his third action, which was with his map. Right? Did the map apply properly? Yep, the map applied properly as an MA3. That's why it was plus 16. He bit down on you, grabbed you, and you are
Probably the
in
last
his
mistake
jaw.
he ever made.
Let me make sure that applied properly. Yes, you are grabbed. Fantastic. Gary. He took his 8 points. What the or took his 5 points of fire
Yep.
damage from his persistent
Cool.
from being set on fire. Yay, it worked. Derry, your turn.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep swinging because what else? Oh well, I'm fucking.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe your
yeah.
There you
cloth
go.
be getting killed.
Well,
Fuck. It was meant to be, man.
I mean, I have another one.
You can't use more than one like that.
On the
You
same
can't-
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't on the same roll.
Can't kick them out like you can in D&D.
Yeah, okay, fine.
You're not supposed to in D&D either. We just let it slide. Oh, you hit that time.
One, two.
If it's incorporeal, can you step through it and flank it?
It already used its reaction.
You
on
can
Goner's
tumble through.
face.
You can tumble through with an acrobatics check.
There,
Get on
there
the
is
other
enough
side of it.
space. This is a
I can
wide
do
door.
this.
You want to go
You
there
can
so
just hit
can
him
get that.
because I'm going after the bug thing. I'm going after the big guy.
Oh well, then I don't want to move there. Put me back. If you're
I
going
did.
after the bug, then I'm
Yeah, I'm
just
just be like,
gonna.
hey, you have this. You have this.
All right.
And I'm gonna go after the other guy.
Well,
What the fuck? There's a
Good
lot of
luck.
ones that just
Good
come out.
luck. I raised my shield. I'm changing my color. These dice are dead to me.
Dr. Baranji.
Attack 3 times and raise your shield. Because you get 2. Because you got that
He
cool
gets
feat.
you. Yep.
Reaction. Quick shield or something. I don't know. I'll tell you what. it is.
Reactive shield.
Yeah,
Reactive
it's
shield.
reactive
Thank you.
shield. It's cool.
Dr.
Hector's got
Baranji,
that.
Korg had it.
it's your turn.
Well, if I'm grabbed, I gotta make a flat check to do anything with manipulator or somatics. So let's see. He's burning me. Is he? I think I might have just the thing for his punk ass.
He's not burning you. It's the other guy who's burning. He just has you in his jaws.
No, I'm
He's
not
on
burning.
fire.
He's burning.
No,
yeah, he's
yeah,
on
yeah.
fire. I'm not.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is I like fire. I like using fire on things that need to be burned.
Hmm. How big is
Let me
the
just-
fireball?
I already cast that.
How many players need to make saves?
Ooh, no. We're not. We're very target. I'm a spell shaper. Make the shape of a magic finger of fire. Do. All right, perfect. Flat check to cast a spell. Flat check succeeded. So we are going to do a heightened. Target him again.
In.
Going to do a heightened. Breathe fire. And he failed the save.
Just spitting a mouthful of fire in his face. I love it.
15
And the
more
head
fire for him.
shakes and wriggles while you're in its jaws.
And I will use my last action to attempt to get out of this bullshit. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop in athletics to try to get out of this. Actually, let me see if I can use the activities and do escape. Escape. There we go. That would be a 22, and that ain't gonna do it. So I'm still held.
Yes. Anything else, sir? Is that all three?
and a look at my companions that lets them know I'm all right.
And it is now the Witchfire's turn. He's going to attempt to use his full map to caress Ganu.
Wrap you in cartography.
Listen, sweetie, I'd love to stand here and let you rub up on me a little bit more, but I gotta go.
Oh, baby oil.
Again, the artwork he showed was
Yeah.
a woman. It's Elias.
Yeah. So it wouldn't really. Yeah.
Give me a fortitude save, Derry.
Hmm.
It's a pretty good number. What does it mean?
I'm putting on a brave face, but I could probably use some help.
I'm coming.
Okay.
That's why I said Derry's got this. I'm on my way over there. So I told him not to go in and flank.
The Witchfire begins to grow brighter in intensity and color, as does the flame that is enveloping Derry. Fortunately, he made his save, so he only takes half.
Right, of the damage that I'm weakened against. That I'm just
With an
remembering right now.
With an additional 5 points of damage from the weakening.
It's a lot of D6s.
You took 5d6 of fire and 5d6 of negative. That was a 2-action item, so we're advancing the combat tracker to strands
Wow.
through the world. Anuki.
Hey.
Strands through the world. Fight.
Yeah. I am going to use an amped daze cantrip,
Mm-hmm.
which costs a focus point. And requires a saving throw.
Ooh,
It's a failure.
nice.
It's always nice when those happen.
Yeah.
The problem with the amped versions of the psi cantrips is that there's different versions of them, I think, and I'm going to Path Builder just to double check the amped effect of the days.
Psychics are weird but cool.
It's okay. We'll just wait.
Okay, it's only on a critical failure.
I wasn't
that extra
expecting
stuff happens.
for it to work.
Okay.
I wasn't. I was basically double checking. Oh, that's the problem with this.
So what does daze do to him? Or to it?
Makes him drop whatever he's grabbed.
Right.
No, but that would be nice.
Well, if you're grappling something, does that put you on off guard to other attacks? Like, are you effectively grappled when you're
I
grappling?
updated
When
the
you're grabbed, you are.
damage.
When you're grabbed, you are, but not when you're the grabber.
I believe so. That's correct.
And
It's
then
stunned as well, correct?
if they crit fail, then that's when they're stunned.
Oh, okay.
There's also an additional effect where they get like -1 on their will saves if they crit fail. But
Okay.
I
I like that.
Yeah, I had to.
Oh,
Yeah, I think. Give me 1 second, because it's actually in a different section. I was reading the wrong thing.
What the fuck?
Days. Oh, the spell's damage increases to 2d10, or increases by 2d10, and they have weakness 1 2 mental damage, and they take a -1 status penalty to their will saves. But I don't know that that's scripted in.
It's probably not if this is from your. The only thing that's in there is
It's a
stunned
psychic
100
funky.
days. Right. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. I didn't look for specific activities.
So it's actually 2d10 instead of, or it increases by 2d10, so it does an additional 2d10, and it has weakness 1 to mental damage and a -1 status penalty on will saves until the end of its next turn.
You
Okay.
just dropped a math equation on that thing.
And math has been known to cause mental damage.
So 2 more d10. This is because it was amped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't have the mental effects, so it takes a -1. It has weakness 1 to mental damage and
I think I
-1
got it.
penalty on its will saves.
I
Cool.
think I got it. We'll find.
That is 2.
That was
And then
pretty dope.
for my last action, I will cast shield.
Okie dokie. Moving to the top of the round, it is Ganu's turn.
I run over here. To here. So effectively flanking this thing, right?
You'd have to go here, but yeah.
Okay. And then, so do I apply? If I click off guard, that's a -2 to me, right? So how
No.
do I apply that to him?
You hit the off guard button down on the bottom left when you go to swing.
Okay. And then I'm going to grapple him.
Have his legs and make a wish.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hero point that though.
Jeez.
So
I thought
Whoa,
that
whoa,
was
whoa,
his
hold
save.
on,
I got
gotta-
all excited.
By Saren Ray's fiery bosom.
That's better.
That's
Much.
better.
That's nice.
Okay, and then I'm gonna whirling throw him.
Okay.
I could throw him 30 feet. So I'm gonna
Okay.
chuck him into that wall over there.
Okay.
And he's
Wanna
going-
go for a ride?
And he's gonna take that was 30 feet, right? So he's gonna take 3d6. Yeah, d6 per 10. So it's 3d6 damage. I'll just drop these in the chat because it's not scripted. And he's got to make. Oh, wait a minute. That was not a critical success, so he doesn't take damage. I'm sorry. So don't put that on him.
Oh, don't put that 3d6
Don't put that
on him?
evil on him, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's only on a critical success. So, no, he does take the damage, but he doesn't fall down. That's all it means. Okay, that's a success. I was
Which
just
is
reading
it?
wrong.
No, just kidding.
So he hits
Oh.
the wall and comes back down on his feet. So
I
that
just
was
started
1, 2,
applying it
3.
to you.
Yep. And he took 14 damage. Did he still have a hold of Dr. Baranji?
I love
I'm
that you
trying
ask
to-
now.
I'm trying to double check something real quick.
I'm okay with it. I love it. I hope it does, in a way, but
Yeah, it does.
yeah, he does. So would I stand a chance of potentially being threatened by something known as falling damage? Would I be falling? Asking for a friend. Because I've got a spell that has a reaction as the casting. Yeah, but I have to fall more than 20 feet.
No, I'm actually not going to apply any damage to you. However, the two things that he has are called Carry Off Prey and Improved Grab. So I am going to say that you go with him, but I'm not
All
going to
right.
apply that damage because Ganu's a good enough wrestler that he threw him into the wall and you're in its mouth. You didn't hit the
Yeah.
wall.
The monster just sold it really well. No, it's
Yeah.
I don't have to take damage for it to be triggered. I just have to fall.
He knows how to take a bump.
What's the spell? What were you trying to do? Accomplish?
Blast back.
What does that do?
It's like Featherfall, except you channel. If you fall more than 20 feet, you do a 20-foot emanation of bludgeoning damage. It's one of Robin's research spells.
It throws out a shockwave.
Yeah, I'll let you use your reaction on that if you want.
Fuck yeah! It's one of those really cool spells. I was like, it's real niche. I don't know if I'll get to cast
I
it.
just
for a
watched
while.
Captain America do that in Brave New World.
All right,
As
so
the creature
blast
hits the
back.
wall with you in its mouth and its head goes to slam against the wall, you use the blast back to smash him into the wall harder, and thus slowing your movement.
Okay. I keep clicking them too soon and then need the guts of the spell. There we go. So he you take no damage from the fall, but as the displaced air allows you to land, but all other creatures in the spell's area of effect take 64 bludgeoning damage. Creatures that fail their save are pushed back 5 feet. So I will drop the save on him.
Oh, he failed.
Fails. So he creatures that fail their save are, yeah, this got him off me, and he takes 64 bludgeoning. I love that. That is cool. Oh man.
Ow.
Wow.
Ow. So that knocked you out of his mouth. All right, Ganu. Was that all three of your actions, or do you got
Yeah, that was
another?
it.
You got more
That was-
nonsense. You're all
Thank
done?
you,
That was
Ganu.
a satisfying 3 actions. I moved, I grabbed, I threw.
And I appeared to
nice.
explode, but I was fine.
I love it.
Wow,
Um,
Pandorica was right about you.
This is fun. Yeah, come back to me.
Yeah, even if I had my reaction, or even if I had a melee weapon in my hand, I couldn't use my reaction because I already
One,
used it
just
for that
use it.
spell.
It's all good, man.
2.
This is exactly how we want this to happen. We're okay with this.
Proved grab as he snatches you up.
Okay.
I need a fortitude save from you, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
How's a
There you
40
go.
grab you?
40 grabs me fantastically as he begins to bite down on you as it has now picked you up in its maw, just like it had Dr. Baranji. And it was hoping to be able to feed off of him. And as it slowly begins to crunch down on you, you flex your muscle, the bits of malachite and stone form a solid mass along the outside of your skin, keeping its jaws from closing. And that was all 3 of its actions. Yeah, put its fire damage out though.
Bathed in Ganu's blood.
I've got
Alright.
more if it needs it.
Derry.
It's me. Yeah, I'm gonna. Why move? Oh, come on.
Well, that's really close too. I think. I don't think its IC is that high. No, it's not. That's really close.
Slightly less
Um,
close.
Yeah. It's disappointing.
My disappointment.
Not
is
as disappointing as your
incalculable.
dice rolls.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm sorry.
That was a really pathetic turnout. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Right. Good luck.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Come
Good
on.
luck, Wiz. Let's know. I'm not actually mad. I'm playing a character. I'm playing a character that currently is. And
Dr. Baranji.
right. Anyways,
Yes.
end scene. End scene.
All right. Dr. Baranji will drop his shield as a free action. Draw his bastard sword, his +1 striking bastard sword. And I got more love to give. I'm thinking I'm just loving casting spells. I'm like totally like overdoing it probably. But you know, he's been behind a desk for a while. Now he's out doing field work, so he's gonna show these young folks he can still party, he can still hang. And
As long as he's back by 9.
Yeah. He is going to cast Blazing Dive, and this column of smoke and cinder begins to build around his lower torso as if he's becoming a living rocket. And he flies up into the air and lands with a fiery explosion on the other side of the Gogatheth.
Oh, awesome.
And that is another reflex save. And he's still, like, that armor class debuff is... Oh, he crit made that one. So I don't think he's taken anything.
I know this trick now.
Yeah, it's a basic reflex save. So he takes none, but I'm in flanking position for Ganu's next turn.
Excellent.
Anything else, Dr. Baranji? No.
Yes, an assessment and debrief later.
The witch's fire takes a swing at Derry. Misses.
Can I hit? Can I hit?
And takes a second swing because it wants to set somebody else on fire.
Oh,
Derry,
can
you
I
gotta
use?
Derry.
Yeah, can I use my reaction to hit him?
Yeah.
Damn,
Cool.
your dice are cold, my man.
Yeah.
He still misses
Mhm.
Dr.
You gotta
Baranji.
change your
though.
color.
Anuki.
I'm navigating menus. Sorry. This is what I'm trying to get
Thanks for
to
compelling
here.
radio. Tune in next week as I read the dictionary quietly to myself.
Can I get both of them in a 15-foot cone?
Looks like, yeah.
I'm wondering what the GM's thought is.
Yes, even when I unmute myself, yes is yes.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Remove pointers. Awesome. And we will use another cantrip. This one is not going to be amped. Called Shatter Mind. All right, this one's non-amp, so it does this one.
Which
And-
oh, fuck.
And one more does actually go to the Gogatheth.
that cleared at the end of his turn.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's better if it crit fails, but that's fine.
Okay.
One. Okay, I had to double check whether or not something was only on an amp. It is. So that's 2 actions. And then for my third action, I am going to battle medicine myself.
Your love is like battle medicine.
And
Because I just need a little action.
Battle medicine is what a Nuki needs. Oh, oh.
Right.
Ooh.
Get the doctor to prescribe just what I need.
And that's 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Got him 1, 2.
We're going to advance the combat tracker, which takes us to the beginning of round 3. However, we've been playing now for 3 hours, so we're going to take another quick 10-minute break. Everybody go get a drink, get a bowl, get a 15-foot cone, whatever it is you need to get you through the rest of this fight.
There's
And
about
we will
15-foot
see
cones
you
about
Go
to happen.
In
15
about
foot
10
cone.
minutes. back into combat. Leading us off the top of the round is Ganu, who has the Gogateth flat-footed and flanked in an off-guard position.
Indeed, I do.
And it is
And
your turn, sir. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to remain right where I am because I have him exactly where I want him.
Well, I mean, being in his mouth is helpful too.
It's perfect. It's exactly where I want to be right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is punch him in the noggin really hard.
Why?
Don't forget he's off guard now.
Oh, that's right. I'll apply
Flank.
that to the. Would that have made that a critical?
Let me double check. No.
Okay. I will apply it to the next one though, because
Okay.
this is a flurry of blows, by the way. So.
Okay.
They both keep the first attack thing. Okay.
That hit.
And because
again.
one of them with the flurry of blows hit,
Mhm.
he has to make a saving throw
Kind.
versus it's a fortitude save. I believe it's a 29.
Okay.
Motherfuck.
Motherfuck.
Let me check. Let me make sure. Let me see my
Put
class
that money
DC.
in my hand.
Motherfuck. $15, little man.
15 silver.
If you don't, then you'll owe.
Oh, oh.
It's a 28. Fuck.
Check
Okay.
it out, my jungle love.
Oh,
Hey.
then he made it by one.
You made it by one. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
so for my third action, I am
and
going to
then-
attack him again. Actually, this is my second action, but it's my third attack. That missed. And then, I might as well just do the escape thing.
You try.
I'm not really worried about it. I get a +4 here because I'm slippery prey. I believe it's
Somebody greased up groundskeeper Willie, huh?
Yeah.
Freshly greased Gnu.
Ooh. Body is a wonderland.
I use real butter in that cake. I'm sorry. Go.
Okay. All right.
Ouch. Thank you.
I see what it is. It reduces my because I took other actions, it counts as my this is my third action technically, but it reduces my penalty. That's how that works. So my penalty is a -6 instead of a it's a -6 instead of a -10. So I'm going to give myself a +4 to adjust for that third action item there. That
Okay.
makes sense. And then
Sort of.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll my escape check.
All right, as long as I see the right. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. You lodge yourself even better into his jaw.
Okay, that's great. Okay, moving on. Next.
All right. Whoa, not your turn yet, Derry. Ignore that. Ignore that bell. We both hit advance at the same time.
Oh, I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
But in all seriousness, I didn't hear anything. So
All right. I need a fortitude save from you, Mr. Ganu, as he begins to try to chomp down on you more. Nom 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 nom. As he constricts down on you, chomping harder.
did you give
Into
that to the right
himself.
creature? Yeah.
Oh.
In his
I didn't want-
confusion, he hurt himself.
He broke a tooth on me.
Oh. Here we go. Let's do it in the right place now.
All right, this will be my first time. Well, I'm going to use my reaction to not do that because I have the ferocity, that orc ferocity trait.
What does that do?
Um,
Brings you back at 1.
Fierceness in battle runs through your blood, and you refuse to fall from your injuries, no matter how terrible they may be. You avoid being knocked out and remain at 1 hit point, and your wounded condition increases by 1.
Okay. I am going to drop the wounded one on you.
Okay.
He does, however, he feels you go limp as he constricts on you. So he spits you out as a free action. And that is when you bounce like the rubber creature that you are back to your feet with 1 hit point. However, he still has 2 actions, which will be maps. And he's going to leg kick back at Dr. Baranji.
Rude. I felt it.
He is going to outward. He is hurt. He is not enjoying this at the moment. And advance the combat track.
Is he running? Well, hold up.
He's doing something. You can attack him if you want.
It's the top of the round. I spent 6 levels as a ranger being asked if I had anything I could do about somebody running away. So I built a wizard who could.
Nice.
Is there anything you can do as he runs away?
Yeah, I can hit him with my +1 striking bastard sword.
Cut him down.
Opportunity attack. And I was wielding it 2-handed, I believe. So let's hope we hit here. No, so close. Because, yeah. Well, I can swing. I can provide a breeze.
You don't want to use your hero point?
My remaining hero point?
Max
No, I will
map
use-
with 2 hands?
Oh, man, that is tempting. All right, I'm doing it. You talked me into it. God damn, I'm an easy mark for that shit. Here we go. It's good TV. Oh, I hit.
Nice.
2d12 plus 4 slashing from the wizard with a sword.
That's great.
Nice.
Oh, I feel so good right now.
You're muted, Kev.
It's fantastic. That's
He's
awesome.
cheering for me. Thank you.
Yay! All right, Derry, now it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to move up to here. And
Don't forget your off guard button down in the bottom left.
Thank you. Off G.
Indeed.
Oh, that's a hit. Ow.
1, 2, and sure, I'll crit fish. I don't give a shit. Cool. All right. Great. I wanna remind everybody that I did on my first swing get a natural 20, so I think cosmically it's trying to like balance out.
Yeah.
I think I'm still at a negative though. So to dice jail you go. I have no more actions. I raise my shield because I can.
I'm
Dr.
a fan of you.
Baranji.
I'm a fan of you, Tyler.
Thanks, brother.
This thing's running away.
I'm a fan of me too.
Is Ganu look like he's circling the drain, bleeding out?
He's at 1 hit point. He hit the ground and bounced like a rubber ball.
Okay.
He used his special ability that lets him bounce back up
I got
with 1
up
hit
and
point
laughed.
at wounded
Okay.
one.
That's all I needed to hear then.
It
Then
spit
you're-
him out when it felt him go limp, but then he bounced.
Okay. I am going to use 2 actions to cast Blazing Bolt.
And what?
Blazing Bolt. You may know it by its stage name, Scorching Ray. But
And who are you doing this after?
Oh, that's going to be the Gogatheth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 60-foot range, and it's only 40 feet away. I don't even have to do any special reach spell jazz to drop these on there. And when you use 2 actions for it, it's 4d6 fire damage for each one, even without an upcast. It's so cool. So there's the first one. And your multi-attack penalty doesn't apply until after you do all this fun stuff. Oh, looky there, it's another hit. So many fun fruit flavors, but they all smell like fire. Taste like burning!
Yay! Let's hear for below average. I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
that's...
We strive for mediocrity.
And with my last action, I am going to keep a healing kit on my belt there, dog, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of the old battle medicine. Because I'm fucked up. At the end of the day, I'm still just a wizard.
Go for it.
I'm doing that. All right, that's a success.
Oh, look at that. Don't
Get
you
back
more
7.
Don't you get back
What's
more
that?
for critical?
Yeah, you get.
Oh, it
you
was
roll
a crit.
40
My bad. Thank
yeah,
you.
48, man.
I had the volume down, so I didn't even hear the. Just grab the other 2d8.
Oh, I gave you horns and everything.
You did get the horns.
I just turned it back up. I'll hear the next time.
Nice.
Yeah. So I get back some H pizzle.
And now you're done?
Yeah. It's a good turn for a wizard.
Son of a bisquick.
He's a happy wizard. Totally jinxed.
All right. Let's see if we can't set you on fire. So it's you.
Not cool.
I need
More like bitch fire.
a
Bitch fire.
fortitude saving throw from you, sir, to
All
see
right,
if you ignite with the others.
Do get a +1 on that there. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Tastes like burning.
It tastes like
Yeah.
burning.
I'm in
trying
single
to make
digit hit
sure I
point
do the
land.
right one with you. Failure. Oh. You
I
are
like to keep the hit points low so I don't have to do big math.
you are lit as well. Hiding is going to be difficult with the way that you glow with a green flame, and you are
Ooh,
also
flame.
weak to fire as well. That's one. to
Hiding is
him,
so
one to
7 rounds
him.
ago.
Let's try this on him. Would you like to use your shield again, Derry?
I think it's got enough hit points to.
It
Not
might,
break.
depending on what the dice damage roll is.
Yeah,
Is there no multi-attack penalty on that?
Oh, actually, he missed. Thank you, sir. Thank
You're
you, sir,
welcome.
Nuki. And you get. I'm gonna give. You already have 2, so pick somebody to get a hero point.
Ganu.
Thank you.
Okay. So no, it missed. So don't worry about it.
Cool.
Whoops. You can
What the
if you
hell's going
use.
on right now?
Have you used your reaction yet, Dr. Baranji?
I did that opportunity attack or reactive strike was it.
I don't think I did.
Oh, then you can make an attack of opportunity on him. if you'd
I
like.
would, I would like to try to.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's right. Okay.
Cool.
And now it is Anuki's turn.
Can I see the thing? I mean, I can
It'd be
see it, but
spooky.
everything's exposed at this point, so I'm not sure.
Yes. So if
Okay.
I close the door, you can't. So you're seeing it through the door frame, not the window.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. I'm gonna do a thing. I think I like resisted all of the mental damage. Yeah, we're gonna try again. Days. Okay.
Takes half damage to your days.
0.
Zero.
Successful saving throw.
That's 2. And then
I've heard their lament before. It's not painful when you hear it on a regular basis.
Love it.
and that's 3.
Advancing the combat tracker brings us back to the top of the round with Ganu, wounded 1 hit point. This
Yeah,
creature's
I'm
on
gonna
the
take a
other side of the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a swig of my flask for little healing action. For 1 action. And then I'm gonna go out here. I have
Through
enough
the window?
movement to go. I have enough movement to go around through the door. I can move 40, or I can dive through the window if that's thematically more fun.
Actually, as soon as you hit here,
Mhm.
it skitters and runs up to you because it has a skittering reposition.
Okay. Perfect.
It wants to get close to you too. It can
Good.
smell your blood.
Let's hug.
Mhm.
I'm gonna drop this attack in his face.
Oh,
So
Oh,
close.
that
You know
was
what?
so
I got a hero point. I'm gonna
close.
use it.
It was so close.
So
It
close.
was so
Just
close.
bump the table. He's not
Just
looking.
wants to use your
okay.
chest cavity for eggs. Ganu.
Cool. Lay those eggs, baby. Let's do it.
eggs in my chest. I ain't done that one yet.
It's something new.
We call that a Blood Cove steamer. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
That'd be like Ganu's hat trick.
Yeah, right. That's right. Holy
Totally.
shit. That's a callback to 5 years ago.
Oh, cool. Wait.
Okay, so I'm down. That's okay.
Oh no, that was his. Oh, I didn't realize it was his turn.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it though. It's gonna take me a long time to die, unless I never come back. So you guys better get my body.
Derry.
We'll see you when you re-roll in Starfinder.
Right? He'd be fun in Starfinder.
Actually, he really would. There is absolutely a melee roll in that game, I swear.
Yeah.
Ganu and the bug were on the map, and now
Uh-huh.
Ganu and the bug aren't on the map.
The bug bit
They're
Ganu.
just out of sight, right?
The bug picked up Ganu. The big
still on the
bug
map.
ran off with limpy Ganu body.
No need to call him that. Come on now.
Right?
As the bug was walking away, his cheeks clapped.
Thank you. Give the fans what they want. They came for cake. Give them cake.
Give him the kick. Let.
His dummy thick butt cheeks clapping in the wind.
Oh, we ain't done
All right.
yet.
Connor and the Bug, first band name in high school. So, Derry,
Clever Turd Cutter was their first hit.
I would like to
move there
to
first.
Yep.
Decisions. None of them good.
Yeah, I have no good ideas. Just
You can swing at the Witchfire, right?
yeah, I can.
So if you
You've
can't
only moved
catch up to
20
the other
so
one.
far, too. So, if you have more movement,
Yeah,
you can.
I got 5 more feet of movement.
And that's just
Well-
one move, right?
1. Oh, okay. So I got 5
get
more
there.
feet of movement. So put me there. That's 1 move. So then
2
Then
moves. And then
that's 2
all.
moves.
Yeah. You can still cut them down. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Where's my shield?
All right. Advancing the old combat tractor.
Combat tractor. You said it.
Plowing through
it.
right, just plowing through. That's the joke. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Your turn, Dr. Baranji.
I'm not done plowing the South 40. All right. Well, he ain't gonna get a no, that's not cool. Might be time to it usually is. Might be time to cast a spell. I am hurting though. Like really hurting. That's okay. I got a roster full of characters. Going out here, and I'm going in style, and my cat's extorting me by grabbing my blinds. So give me a moment. All right, you want to go out? Fine.
Okay, so how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody having fun?
Free
so far?
action to take care of my familiar. Okay.
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, Connor, you seemed a little relaxed. Okay, anyways,
Yeah,
back
just
to the combat.
Totally relaxed. You know.
So we move up
Yeah.
here, and we are
Uh-huh.
going to cast a little spell called Force Barrage.
That sounds like it should be called something else.
Tragic Thistle. So I'm just popping 2 of these bad boys at the go with death. Hoping to bring him closer to death, but yeah. That's it. That's all I got. I'm out here alone with the Witchfire. Who's gonna crit miss and rethink their life choices.
Smashes the window open.
Oh, good. Property.
Its first action. With its second action, it flies in the window towards Anuki. You can see more than what they want you to, can't they? Can't you?
Only those with eyes can see.
And you should have
I got
seen
8
the
of 'em,
darkness
motherfucker.
coming.
Mm.
Good lord.
Give me a fortitude save, sir. Or
All
yeah,
right.
right. Ooh. You light up their life. You
Is
are
it a crit failure?
No, it's not a crit failure.
Oh.
It's just a regular failure. But you lit up like everybody
Just
else
garden
around
variety failure.
the party, or everybody else. And it is your turn, Anuki.
Okay. Well. Hmm. There, and I'll still have 5 feet of movement. I might do something else. No. The answer is no. I'm not going to move another 5 feet. I'm going to do what I'm going to do from right there, maybe. Hold on.
Right
Oh,
there,
damn, that's far.
maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 40 feet. Hmm. He's too far. Yeah, I mean, I was going to heal Ganu, but Ganu's too far. I can't do it. So we're going to go for damage instead. Who should we work on?
When in doubt, throw some
Yeah.
damage out there.
Let's see. All we have are the words heavy. Heavy, heavy.
Problem with
That'd
the
be
Earth's gravitational field?
All right, you know what? I think this has fucking 30-foot range. Never mind. Not that one.
A lot of the psychic stuff is
Short range.
Closer,
Psychic
Clarice.
gotta do it from the back seat of the cab if you want somebody to believe that $5 is 20.
Oh, I guess you're there, so. Yeah, you know what?
And you are there.
This is the guy I want to do, though.
Yes, choices. We all have them.
No, that's kind of cheesy. Never mind.
We'll deal with
Oh, there's
you
a-
when we are done with the critter.
There's a window here, so I could have seen him from before I left the structure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you
Right.
would have seen him right there, which would have been 10 feet of movement, which was one angle as well of 5.
So
But here, we'll move you back, and then we'll do
Yeah.
this, and then
5.
we'll do this.
10. And then the next is 20, 25. So I could get to that square.
Just move yourself from there. There's your 10 feet. That's where you would have seen him at.
Now I think. Oh, man. Well, I still have 5. I can go here. Son of a bitch. I can't go there. Fucker. Is Ganu's side with 30 feet away? Is Ganu's... Is Ganu like are his hands in 30 feet away? All right. All right, I can't reach that dude.
So what are we doing?
I'm looking for. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to attack this dude. No, I don't have to attack that dude. I just gotta use something else to attack this dude.
Saves for half damage.
And that's 3.
That ends the round, brings us back up to the top. Ganu, give me 1 second. Let me open up your old character sheet here. Let's move your dying value up to dying 2. Actually,
Why is it dying too?
because you had a wounded 1 from when you bounced up, and your dying value is always 1 higher than your wounded. I need to
No.
double
Okay.
check, though. Oh,
Yeah,
but
it
he hit you
shouldn't.
with a critical, so your dying's actually at 3.
Okay.
But with the orc ferocity, does your wounding go up? Does your wounded value go up?
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's all right. What do we got here? I got something else that makes it makes the DC go down a little bit on my what was that, the toughness?
Chocolate coating.
The chocolate coating makes it go
Just
down
a
easier.
spoonful of sugar.
Oh no, I didn't take toughness, so I don't have that one. Okay, never mind. It's not what I was thinking it was. All right, so I'll just roll it. Make it happen. Boom, it's a 5. Okay. It's cool. Well, I got Die Hard. I got one more. So I'm not actually dead.
He's mostly dead.
Yeah.
Okay. There, we'll move to there. We fixed that. Advancing the
Uh-huh.
combat tracker. First action.
It's funny, I'm at dying 4 with I only have a wounded 1 condition. That's great.
To kick at Derry.
Well, he's gonna kick at Derry.
Uh-huh.
Derry's there.
And then he's gonna attempt to skitter, hoping to make it away.
I
But Derry gets an attack of opportunity as he attempts to do it.
Alright, so please.
That's a hit.
Yay.
Ah,
Hooray.
Uh-huh.
So
You should get
Battle
a hero
medicine.
point for killing
right,
that.
well, so that's
Yeah, right.
its turn. Now it's my turn.
Yep.
Ganu's
Correct.
right there. Can
Uh-huh.
I administer his gourd to himself? Heal
I'm
him?
gonna say no. Because
Yeah,
he's got a magical gourd that you've got to be able to know which potion is in which position and how to drink out of
Okay.
it to get the potions. You
Yeah.
took a special.
Alright.
If it was just a healing
Stabilize.
potion, I would say yes. But you can do stabilize, or you could do stabilize.
Do you have a healing potion?
If you have any kind of healing, that would be good.
I have no such thing. I could. We talked about having Pandorica's healer's kit, and I do have battle medicine, so I could make that
Oh.
attempt.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah. Yeah.
battle
okay.
medicine,
Definitely
man.
could.
So I will go to my activities and go to treat wounds.
Yeah.
Let's see how flexible he really is if you try to feed him his own gourd. Operation Bell End.
So what do I do? Just drop it on him? Drop
Yep.
treat wounds
Yeah.
on him?
Uh huh.
You got to roll it first to see if you get success, and you did.
Okay.
Now you can drop. Oh, open it up and like grab the 2d8 value and drop that on.
Yeah,
it.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
This is cool because I get to use this other feat that I just picked up, which is great.
So I'm
It's
gonna add that
called-
other 10 as you explain what it does.
It's called Numb to Death, and your past has left you numb to death's call. The first time each day that you regain hit points while you are dying, you gain a circumstance bonus to the number of hit points you regain equal to your level, so that's another 10 hit points.
So Ganu.
And you neither gain the wounded condition nor increase the value of this condition.
So he's still wounded 1.
You've still wounded 1. Yeah, after being down to dying 4.
That's fucking only. I mean, that's just you. It's classic Ganu.
All right, Derry, you got any other actions in that pocket of yours?
I hit. Wait, I treated wounds,
Uh-huh.
so I still have 2 more actions technically, or like I technically
Yeah.
gotta like I gotta put my
you
weapon
got-
down. I gotta
got
like
2.
get my bullshit out.
Well,
No, you
dropping your weapon is free.
And
you
you
do the
keep a
battle
healer's kit
medicine.
on your belt.
Yep, you do the battle medicine, so that's one action. Another action to pick your sword back up, and then you've got a third action if you want to move.
All right, that thing's still not dead.
Right, it's in the house. You can see the green light flickering off of the reflection of your friend Anuki.
Shield raise, and then that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Do. There we go. It's time to finish this thing. So I have a sword in my hand, and that lets me.
Feel like
I
a
can.
man.
What's that?
Wait. It said feel like a man.
We've all got swords. No, I can do a couple of different things with it. I can like do a breath weapon cone that is as if I'm attacking everything in that area with the sword in my hand. Or an emanation. So I'm gonna drop the reflex save on this guy.
Oh,
Failed. So
bad for
he
him.
is going to take the equivalent. If you are wielding a two-handed weapon in both hands, you use its two-handed weapon damage dice. That is really, really cool. I'm hoping this finishes him off.
How many points of damage? And what kind of damage is it?
Slashing.
it only did 2 points of damage. Shit. Well, we know what he resists now.
Like everything so far.
Everything.
My fa-
And I love that we learn everything the fucking hard way. You use it. Let me double
It's
check
the
on
only way
this.
to learn.
The weapon magically multiplies
Seemingly.
into duplicates that
No,
swipe
recall
around the creatures in a
knowledge.
cone or an
No,
emanation.
only the hard way.
Okay.
Deals 4 dice of damage to creatures in the area, so it's actually supposed to be 2
The
more
area.
area.
No ball, only throw. No ball, only throw.
Yeah, pretty much. So let me just drop another one out here. So he should have taken. It's not the +4 though, so it should be 26 instead of 12. So if he took 2 from 12, that's probably 10
So he's
resistance.
got 14 left. Okay.
Yeah.
I have
Um,
no idea what's happening.
Basically, I have a
He was
battle mage
supposed to do
spell
more damage.
that lets me point at something with a sword or whatever weapon I have in my hand. A number of duplicates of that weapon appear around the targets and hit them multiple times. Or I can do it in a cone and hit everybody as if I'm hitting them. It's like you're a sword dragon. You're breathing swords.
Yeah, it's like a sword breath weapon. That's awesome.
Is
Or
that all
a
of your
sword burst.
actions, Dr. Bronzy?
No, that's 2. And he's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Thanks. Then he can have a. Well, fuck him. He can have a heightened force bolt. It's my focus spell. And he's fucking dead.
Nice.
As he falls to the ground, Gary, you hear the same creepy laughter that you had heard other times over jokes that you didn't even consider jokes at the time.
Right. Bunch of edgelord bullshit.
You guys sit for a brief moment and try to begin the process of healing each other. I'm gonna move you guys all a little bit closer.
I'm definitely gonna do a treat wounds on myself.
Yeah. So you guys move a little bit further away from that. And as you
Ooh, good success.
begin to
Yeah.
cast the heal. Let's do this. Let's clean up that NPCs on the thing. 10-minute short rest so everybody can do one. Uh-oh.
All right, I hurt somebody today.
Uh-oh. Drop the hurting on whoever that was.
Well,
It's the
it
only
was
thing
good.
that makes you feel.
It was gonna be Ganu.
Okay. Well,
I didn't see myself targeted there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm sorry.
do your master damage, please.
I didn't roll a master effect, so I'd rather not.
Why not?
Well, because that's not how it works.
No, I think it does. The damage go up?
um,
I think
I
so.
think on a 1 it's just a.
no, it's still 1d8 on a crit fail.
Okay.
Even it's still
Do your
1d8.
1d8 damage on Gunner.
I was just about to say I've got ward medic, so I could treat more than one person at once, but I don't think I'm going to have that option now. People aren't going to get near me.
Does my
And-
understanding of fast, I'm sorry, Kev, does my understanding of fast recovery mean that, is my understanding of it right? That because it says your body quickly bounces back from afflictions. You gain twice as many hit points from resting. Each time you succeed a fortitude save against an ongoing disease or poison, you reduce it by 2 or by 1 against virulent disease. So
yeah, so on
y-
diseases, that would help you with saving on diseases. The
what about the twice as many hit points from resting?
That's when you
That-
rest.
that's-
Is 8 hours.
yeah, so that would be like
Oh.
a save rest or like
Got
a
it.
long rest rather.
Thank you.
Short rests are actual activities.
Gotcha.
So as you guys sit for these 10 minutes and you heal each other, Dr. Baranji, you kneel down for a moment and hold on to the ground, once again sending out through the ground, attempting to sense any type of movement. And that's when along the other side of the river, you feel something clawing its way through the dirt, through these ripples.
We need to run. We can't have a fight right now. We can't. We need
Oh.
like some serious rest.
Yeah. What's that last spell that was just rolled? Or that last thing that was just rolled?
Well, it was supposed to be an expert treat wounds on Anuki and Ganu.
Okay, well, hold on
And
one
I don't
second
see
because
anything.
yeah, it froze for a second. It did roll a 28 on that. But there was one 10-minute break, and Ganu did heating on himself. Baranji did treating. Derry did some treating, and now
Oh,
you're
Ganu
doing some
treated
treating.
himself?
Yeah.
That's
and
what
I
it
then,
missed
looked
that.
like. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
and
So-
then Dr. Baranji did his best to undo it.
Yeah.
We
I
still
didn't
that was
realize
only that was all in
Dr.
10
Manu
minutes.
Yeah.
yeah,
benefited
yeah.
from one. So I'll just do myself.
And that is for where you guys, if you look across the river, you can see that many zombies have begun
cool.
to pull themselves from the ground and muck and mud, pulling themselves from his refuse pile and dragging themselves towards you. And that is where we will pick up in 2 weeks with you guys either running, doubtfully standing your ground. Maybe you guys have come up with another idea. I don't know. But that is where we're going to end our first episode of High Level Pathfinder 2E here at Heathen Cantina with our
Running.
Season 7, Episode 1. I hope everybody had a good time. We got to weave together some story and interconnect our seasons. We got to introduce some new characters as well as revive some old characters that fell from the sky and gave existing characters some more connective tissue to the world and what's going on around them. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Fantasy Grounds. I want to thank Twitch. I want to thank Sirenscape. Paizo, of course. I want to thank my players. I want to thank everybody who follows us, everybody who watches, whether live or in replay. And I do want to remind you that in 1 week, we have
Seven Dooms Live, Episode 2. Come join us and check out. The party has crawled into a hole in a graveyard and found an underground warren full of goblin ghouls, or ghoulblins as they labeled them. And yeah, they may be in over their heads, but they had their dice show up. So the dice like the low level characters. And yeah, come check us out next week. Every Saturday night. Heathen Cantina.
A group of people playing Pathfinder. Yeah, let's go to this guy. We're gonna raid.
Stick around for the
He's got
raid.
8 viewers. He's playing some type of gunslinger D&D Pathfinder. So, thank you all. I don't know. We'll find out what it is. When we
Press
get
X
there.
for
Sounds
doubt.
Interesting. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, and we'll talk to y'all real soon. Good night.
Good night.
And we press the start raid button, and now it's counting down 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Making friends all over the
One.
internet, aren't you?
And away we go. Oh no! Now we go. There we go. There we went.
Yep, raids are
Yep.
fucking
Yay.
butt. That's a big old crew.
So Elias,
Keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
Elias learned some shit. The kids didn't warn me about him being able to have like a flaming elemental version of him that can just kick our butts.
He did some serious studying in his downtime.
I was expecting to just have to go deal with some punk,
All right.
some nerd that likes books.
Nerds who likes books. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was fun, Kev. Thanks.
I'm so glad I got to use my numb to death feat in the first combat. That's so great.
And your diehard feat
And my
Also,
diehard feat and my art
was
orc
directly
ferocity feat.
relevant.
And your throw a motherfucker.
And my throw a motherfucker. I got to use all my cool stuff.
I have several. Oh, I'm taking some damage. Oh, I'm